in my magazine. Yes. What the fuck you mean thinking
What
shit's gonna
up,
die
pot
down?
of
Fucking
hot
faggot
coffee? Episode number
when I jump
18?
in war, run up
I don't know. I don't really remember.
Like underscore.
We got Travis
Little
here.
fucker's gonna touch
And our
the
friend
floor.
Joe from Lindenhurst.
What up? What up?
Northland
Big
in the
ups,
house.
Lindenhurst.
Yeah.
You feel me? Solid dap.
That was very poor dab.
It's the
I
angle,
wasn't
it's the
prepared
angle.
for it.
Yeah, I got my stiff right shoulder, my driving.
Oh no!
actually, my
The
driving
camera
shoulder's
angle's really messed up. I gotta fix that.
all right. So
Fuck it.
we'll get right into business here, bruvs. So this is a audio has clipped. Yes, bruv. Audio. No, I can no longer hear myself, bruv.
Yeah.
Things volume has disappeared.
Where's volume?
You can't hear me either, right?
Nah. Headphones off, mic off.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I think you like the
Check.
the white cord. Check the white cord
Check.
on the camera.
Oh, this is that's the cord.
Oh.
It was just
so
the,
we're
it
back?
was just the headphones. That was all working.
Oh, that was a callback to a certain person.
I was just adjusting the camera and the headphone cord's kind of shitty. That's all that's happening.
All right. Well, we're here, bro.
Excuse
We're
me,
here,
still
bro.
though.
You getting a little bit Welsh on us, yeah?
Yeah, Welsh, bro.
Bruv. All right, so the man them here
Proper
recording, and we just want to give a quick shout out to infrared.fm, yeah? Ain't it, bruv?
Bro. I gotta mute the TV too.
Oh, yeah, we are watching the
no,
Israel draft.
Watching the WNBA
we're
draft.
live.
This
We're
is
live from the
historic.
WNBA draft right now.
Mashallah.
We're on the floor with Candace Parker's right behind us.
And we are currently rating each woman that we see.
They're upset that we're farting. They're like, dude, these men in here, they keep farting. And I'm like, yo,
Can't comprehend this shit, bro.
we get unlimited concessions, you know?
How many bots do you think they got right now watching this right now?
I don't
Beef
know.
up the ratings.
Not that many.
No, all right, sorry.
I think they hired someone to do that for sure. Boost.
You might have to ask your bosses who did Mossad hire for this.
Yeah.
Chill with
Okay,
that.
all
Chill with that.
All right,
Yeah.
Dude, I
I
get out early
sniped,
on
bro.
Fridays and it's Passover.
You're right.
It's
about to-
Passover. You're celebrating.
I know, it's Pesach.
Bro,
Yesterday I was.
stream sniped, bro.
It's
Predator
all right.
missile
I
to
was
the crib.
delivering in Williamsburg yesterday. Peak Cedar. Everyone was
Jeez.
dripped out heavy. Strymals, White Socks, gas, the girdles, everything.
Nice.
It's
Yeah, it
the
was
season,
good.
bro. The season's
Yeah.
approaching.
It
bro.
is. It's this week.
Nice.
And
nice
the best part is
summer they gotta show out.
I picked up from a gentrification laundromat yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and the guy looks at me who's working there. He goes, "You look like you need a joint," and I was like, "I wish." I was like, "That's why I'm working. I need money." And he goes, "Really? Hold on 1 second." He goes to the back. He pulls out this kind of like sea mossy type thing. Shout out Todd Stevenson.
Yo, shout out
Sea moss.
Seymour.
He pulls out this. No, it's not sea moss, but it's sea moss like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
THC mix, whatever. And he's like, "You gotta do a pinky at a time. That's the dosage, right?"
That's like K2 from the deli.
No, it was actually
That's
something
a
else,
spice.
man. So I decided to not advise myself to understand the serving sizes, so I did 3. And then
Okay.
the next thing I know, I'm in Williamsburg during Cedar, just looking at everybody like, wow, I wish I was them. Like, literally just like, I'm like eyes closed driving up and down Williamsburg, like literally like, I shouldn't be driving. But it was great because I got to see them and it made me wish I was one of them.
Why?
I don't know. That's what the THC CMOS had me
lack-
feeling.
Yeah,
you
the
lack
THC
you
CMOS from
lack
the
a
deli,
sense of
bro.
community?
I do.
Is that what it is?
That is the reality, and that is
Yeah.
what ChatGPT says.
You,
as well.
you'd rather live
ChatGPT
in, you want
confirms
to be,
it?
You want to
Yes,
be
yes.
ethnic so you can have
Correct.
community.
Exactly. So
Yes.
I seem to seek out Hasidic Jews.
You don't like white people culture of not
I-
knowing your neighbor.
Also, yep, accurate blend.
That's
Yeah.
white people
Yeah.
culture, man.
Yeah,
like,
you don't know
I
your
don't want
neighbor.
I don't want to know my neighbor.
Nah, not at all.
Unless if I know my neighbor, it's because I hate him.
Are you sure that's not?
Yeah,
It's because
yeah,
I don't.
exactly.
I really don't like.
You got
the
a
guy.
problem. Stop
Yeah.
blowing your
Are
fucking
you sure that's
leaves
not
over my fence,
Yugoslavian
bro.
culture? That sounds like Yugoslavia culture to me. Hating your neighbor.
No,
So
no,
go
no.
crazy.
I got Ukrainians living
I
under
hate my
me,
neighbor
bro.
to the left of us. He mows his lawn at like 10 p.m. without his shoes on. I hope he cuts a toe
I
off one
respect
day.
it because like all you gotta do is just wash the bottom of your feet. So it's
Understand,
like
yeah.
Nah, but that's like risking a toe.
It is
to
risky.
mow your lawn at night.
Maybe he's grounding.
Yeah, that is true.
That's crazy.
you might
Like,
step in some dog
you
shit
hit
too,
a
not
stick
even
or
looking. Like
something? Yeah.
little on the ground. Like what are we doing over here?
He might hit a stick. I think it's the bugs. They're singing "Saw Baby."
I've never mowed my
Saw
lawn.
baby. Yeah.
I've never mowed my lawn in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You have brick.
We have landscapers. Yeah, we have Latino
That's
stuff.
that's that middle Lindenhurst privilege. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know you got that too. I gotta put in that muscle.
At the current moment, no one cuts my grass at all.
I gotta put in that muscle. Bro. I gotta mow the front lawn, the back lawn.
If my parents were smart, they would have had their sons mow the lawn. But they were like, no. We're going to have a landscaper coming.
No,
He's going to have
wanna-
like a squad of 50
Bro,
dudes
shit-
with the ride-on mowers.
That shit builds character. I'll
Dude,
tell
they
you
hit the
what,
whole
bro.
block. It's
that's-
crazy.
That
I
shit
want
hit
to
character.
get Romani, like gypsy.
Yo, that's
like,
every
I wanna get
dirtbag's
marble
like
instead
number
of
one.
grass.
Yo, dirtbag turned entrepreneur. They either become a car detailer or
Yeah.
or a landscaping business owner.
That's the
Locksmith.
south side for you. That's the south side Lindenhurst. You know what I'm saying?
They're like, yo,
So it's
I'm an
like-
entrepreneur. Yo, I'm making a lot of
All
money.
banks.
You got your few real estate agents dabbled in between too. You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? You do one of those three.
Well, real estate agents, I feel like, are just frauds. They're just lying about making money.
Yeah, they're evil.
They bought a Rolex from a fucking flea market.
yeah. The
Oh, yeah,
TikTok-
speaking of that-
TikTok shop. The
Yo,
Rolly.
Stefan Diaz.
Speaking of that money time, look at
Yo,
this
do you
one.
remember Stefan
Yeah,
Diaz
yeah,
during
of course,
COVID?
Portuguese.
The-
No.
the Neil-
Yeah.
Yo, he was pretending to be a doctor. Do you know about that?
Nah,
I didn't
my
know
son
he
works
was
at a
pretending.
hospital though.
He was like
I forgot what
he was like an X-ray tech, and he was pretending to be a
Sounds like me
a
on
trauma
Hinge.
nurse.
Bro.
He was stealing nurse valor. Bro, would he post the picture by the window?
On
Deep
Hinge,
fried.
an independent
Deep fried.
Oh,
contractor.
dude, dude, he unironically. No, he hasn't posted since then. I feel like COVID took him out.
He got died.
I don't know what happened.
Ask your bosses.
He's another Lindy lolcow. That's really what it is. He's a Lindy legend. Another.
I like how other people were just
Fuck.
sending his posts around, like screenshotting and be like, "Yo, get a load of this guy."
Yeah, he got massive reach.
Dude, that was the group chat photo during COVID. Was the Stefan Diaz kneeling over the COVID
Bro,
icon
that's a gem, bro. That's a hidden
in full
gem, bro.
scrubs?
Oh man.
That's
Yo,
that's a throwback.
He took that, and like the instructor at his like class was like, "Yo, what the fuck is this guy doing?" They're watching him edit it, and he's like, "He's not learning right now.
He's just flexing.
He's just editing a picture for Instagram."
So good.
Bro, COVID, bro. That's some crazy shit, bro. This man was like you said,
Speaking of-
stealing nurse valor, bro. That's despicable.
Yeah,
Speaking of-
honestly, yeah, you're gonna steal the valor of a fat ass white girl. Come on.
Not even a nice Jamaican woman.
Oh,
you
yeah,
feel
that
me?
too,
Nah,
that too.
5'2" Guatemalan.
Honestly,
shorty.
every
shouts
race.
out my Guatemalans. For real. If
nurses-
you're Guatemalan,
nurses
you
is the
listening,
hottest-
shouts
is-
you out, bro.
It's the
Hottest
hot
in every
bitch,
race?
hot bitchy chicks of every race.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like what it is. That's
Doesn't
their
matter if
calling.
you're
They're like-
Turkish, Russian, Haitian,
They're like they want to yell at an old guy for pissing himself. They were like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have you
Butt
ever?
naked.
Yeah. No, I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna say I've had to take out a catheter, but
what?
what?
Wait, hold up, Travis. You were telling me before the podcast about some chick that just sends you money.
I'm not mentioning that. Definitely no way. Absolutely not.
Yeah, imagine that.
That's
Nah,
absolutely
nah,
great.
nah.
I need
It's
the
a
shit.
thing. It's a thing.
Bro,
It's-
I need that.
it's a thing.
Please
It's a
pay my
thing.
bills.
Yeah, it's a thing. Just older women are definitely the plug. That's all I gotta say. Highly recommend.
If you're 40 and you're listening
All
to
right.
this, please check on
Speaking
me.
of, we gotta break.
Please.
All right, we gotta go with the story. We have to say the story since this is the podcast. I told you this story, I believe. Did I tell you the story about the 45-year-old Filipina in London?
Nah, you didn't.
I could have sworn I did. All
That's
right.
intricate.
All right, here we go. Did a week of Tinder Gold. Had to do what you got to do.
Oh wait,
when
actually,
you're
before
on
you start
vacation.
this,
Let's
do
hear it.
you want to rate the banana bread?
All right, we'll rate their banana bread.
Yeah,
Yeah, Joe's mom brought banana.
yeah.
bread.
My mom
She
made
dropped them
banana
off.
bread. It's the most excellent banana bread in the whole entire world. I swear to God.
Thank you.
If you fuck with bananas, you fuck with the banana
What do
bread.
they love? What do they love?
They love on podcasts when people eat into the microphone. That-
ASMR banana bread.
That's actually
you
their
ready?
favorite thing.
Salud. Yeah, very good.
Moist.
Dobrze. Tak, ja lubię.
Tak, tak.
Mm-hmm. Tak jest dobrze. Way better than the 45-year-old Filipina.
Damn right. Shouts out my mom for the banana bread.
Okay.
All you need
Yeah,
is
good
2
shit.
rotten bananas.
I'm going to have to clip
Some
it
love.
because I had a torta de Doña Mari before this.
Shouts out my tortas.
Oh, I didn't have that kind of torta. This is very good, actually. Yum, yum, yum.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Okay, so
What's the watch you're rocking, Travis?
I'm watching a gas heat.
Did you get this in the trade?
No, I
Forgot-
got this in Dalston. I
In
got this in Dalston,
Dalston.
bruv. Check
Bro,
this out. Check
look-
out the diamonds, mate. Come on, bruv. Check it out. What time is it, yeah? Money time.
Do they have Bugafas in
Did you get
Dalston?
this from an
No, I
Arabic
wish.
guy?
No, I did not. Check this out. Money call, money time.
Nah. That's crazy. That's flex right there.
I got this off an Englishman, also known as Indian. 12 pounds, bro.
So it's fake.
Yeah,
That's
of course,
real, bro.
obviously.
If you want it to be real.
Correct. It's real.
Depends on
Yeah.
your audience. You know what I'm saying? Anything could be real.
Real from afar, up close.
Yo, one of my favorite videos is in the hood. You know, remember those TikTok? The dude who does the diamond checkers on people's blink?
He was mad that dude's shit
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah. The young dude had like a crazy ass like medallion on, all just diamonds. He's like, yeah, go ahead, check it. And it's just like, oh, there's real. What?
He's like, yo,
Nah,
he checks
nah,
to see
he
if it's
got-
like on and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was stoned flabbergasted.
bruv.
And then also the legendary Soldier Boy one, where it was all just fake.
Bro.
Fake is better. It's cheaper and it doesn't break.
What was the rapper that had his whole Rolex fall apart on like a red carpet?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I remember that
His
too.
whole shit fell apart. He's like, nah, man.
He got that shit off Canal Street.
You
Had
know
to.
who's a good rapper? Grex. You ever
Who's
listen to
that?
Grex?
Grex. Oh my
Grex.
God, most
Good rapper.
legendary crash out ever.
Lindenhurst.
No, how'd he crash out?
Crashing out over an e-girl.
You don't remember who that is?
Oh.
Yeah.
Crashing out over an e-girl.
All right, instead of shouting him out, I'll tell the story. So I decided to pay for a week of Tinder Gold, right? Very worth it, not going to lie, $13.99, but they gave me a little discount because I never used it before, so it was $7.99.
Oh.
I like how you remember the prices.
Yeah, because I didn't have enough
How many
money.
years ago?
When you get a
was
deal that
This
big,
was a
I feel
week
like it's
ago.
memorable.
This
This was in England.
Oh, this was in England. You hit. Why
Yeah.
did you hit Hinge?
I was hitting Hinge. Hinge is more expensive.
But Hinge is where the real shorties are.
I
at.
agree, but I have
Yeah.
luck on Hinge. I just downloaded Tinder for London because I feel like it's a little bit more overt on what I feel like it's a little bit more overt than Hinge. So also because England, not necessarily as many beautiful women, but regardless, I decided to say yes to the first person that liked me because I was only there for a certain amount of time. 45-year-old Filipino lady, okay? So, nah, not ideal.
Not the Filipinos, you're not rocking with them.
I am 100%.
Not the Illipinos.
I'm fucking with
Top five,
Illipinos.
top five
absolutely.
culture fuck or nah?
No,
No, okay.
El Salvador, China.
Yo, I like how you have you're fucking all over the world. Like some
Absolutely.
people want to travel to every
Yeah.
country. You're just trying to bang a chick.
Yeah,
If
I'm
you
trying
just
to
want to
eat
bang a
food.
chick from all over the world, you just go to Queens.
Correct,
You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
That's where he spends all his
Yeah,
time.
That
of
is.
course,
Yeah.
of
Queens and
course.
Brooklyn is where I spend all my time because I want the women who have the food. And so I just was like, fuck it, I'll talk to her. So all within the process of 3.5 hours, it went from this. I hit her up. I was like, hey, 45. Literally, I was like,
Lit.
hey,
Lit.
45. I was like, I've never gone that far. It's a lie. I have gone 49. 49 years old, Wyandanch, 4:30 in the
The
morning.
dance 4:30 in
But-
the morning,
Dirty
buying
dance,
skin
dirty
off the
dance.
street,
Was not buying it. Her husband's dick doesn't work. All right.
cocking the hubby.
Yup, big time. He was in jail. I don't give a fuck.
Jeez, Travis.
Bomb.
So going back to what I was saying is that she sends me an address, like literally.
He was in a fake British jail though, right? Or was that the Wyandanch one?
That was the Wyandanch
Oh,
one.
I
He
see.
was
okay.
in jail for drunk driving.
He was in Riverhead.
yeah.
He was sitting in
He's
the
gonna
river.
come out pissed.
Yeah, he was sitting in the cell.
literally,
He'll
yeah.
be out in 12 hours, bro. He'll be
Nah,
out in 12
no, he was
hours.
in prison. I'm sorry. He was in
He's gonna be
prison.
stuck out there for 3 months though. He'd be
Yeah.
like, Yo,
No, he
can you
wasn't
get me
there
to-
for very
can you get me to
long, yeah.
Lindenhurst?
Get me to the hearse.
Sitting at a train station bothering people.
And so she gave me her address within half an hour, right? So I go to this address, and it's a storefront. It's an off-license, bro.
Of course.
And I'm like, I don't know. Something doesn't feel right. So I'm going to cross the street and wait, right? Like 10 minutes go by. I'm like, I don't see this lady. So I'm thinking, like, I'm about to get set up because this is weird. Why? So fast, within 30 minutes, this lady gives me an address to fuck. And then I finally see her come downstairs from above the building, from the apartments up there. And it was not ideal. But I was already too far in.
How big was she?
No, she wasn't big.
She was just ugly.
She was just dried up. Yeah, she was just dried up.
Dried up.
Just an old lady.
Yeah, she was 45, but looking 55.
Okay.
But
But you got up for it. You were up for the task.
I had to at this point. I didn't. It was either this or get a haircut. My whole
Was she
goal
mature?
She was definitely
Did she know
mature.
how to work? Was she a veteran of the game?
She was too much of a veteran that I bought a pack and I only used one.
It's not bad. One is better than none, though.
Because then, guess what happened? She said, my daughter-in-law is coming. You need to leave.
Nah.
I swear to God.
Nice. That's
no,
pretty-
not
that's
nice. It was
that's
like
ideal.
15 minutes after.
that's
That's
ideal.
ideal. That's
Yeah.
ideal. You get in, you, get out.
even-
You don't have
gotta
to hang
make
out
an
with the old.
excuse.
Yeah.
You don't gotta make an excuse. That's just
You
done
got
right
the
there.
rest of the day ahead
got
of
the
you, brother.
golden ticket.
I hit her, and I hit her with the. Can I get your number for next time I'm in England? She
Next
told me,
time you're back.
You know, she told me. She said, "No, I have a family."
You're wild,
And then
Travis.
she
She
had family-
regretted that shit. Had to have.
Yeah, I gave her a good time. There was family photos everywhere.
You
She
didn't
may
get
have had
the-
a husband.
You
I
didn't
don't
get
know.
the idea? Yeah, she probably definitely had a husband.
That's what it seems to be. in
Yeah, he was
hindsight.
cooked.
Yeah,
He was
I
cooked.
think that was the reality. And she unmatched me on
Filipinos.
Tinder because I was like, "Oh shit, maybe I could hit her up on Tinder."
Yo, your dog's about to unhook that.
Yeah, I know.
And
He's always good.
yeah, it was sad, you know. And
There you
then
go. There you go.
I had no luck after that. In the day and a half I was there after that.
That's why you
unfortunately.
can't. Sometimes, bro, Filipinos. I feel like
Filipinas, come on, man. I'm not fucking
Filipinas.
men.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
you're fucking Joe Coy.
Yeah,
Travis is
Joe Coy.
fucking Joe Coy in the ass.
Yo, nah,
He's doing his Filipino father impersonation as Travis.
bro, one of the best culture fucks, bro. I'm telling you, if you've never got in tune, you got to get in tune with
What?
with the Egyptians, bro.
The Egyptians.
Oh, of course, the
Egyptians.
Coptic shorties.
Yeah, bro. One time I had an Egyptian pharmacist, bro.
Nice.
I took that home right after work. She hopped right in my car, left her car at work, everything. Came back to the
Mashallah.
crib, bro. Yo, tell me why this bitch is like, I've never done this before. I was like, alright, like it is what it is, bro. Mind
That's
you,
always good.
at the time I'm like 22.
22.
How old's the pharmacist?
41.
About like I want to say like 36, 37.
Nice.
Wait,
yeah.
was this from?
Yeah, this is
Yes.
right in town. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she was a floater, so you won't even see her like a regular.
All right, good.
But regardless, she's like, I never did this before. Can I use your bathroom? I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Tell me why. I'm like, damn, 10 minutes go by. I'm like, oh, is she like nervous? Is she like shitting or something? Or like, come on, like what's happening? Bro, this bitch hops in the shower. I'm like, alright. Like, no one's home. Mind you, my parents are in DR, so I got the crib to myself. Bro, this bitch is taking a shower. I'm like, what the fuck? I ain't never
ideal.
experienced this shit before. Bro, comes out, naked, everything, cooked that. Tell me why, bro. She says she wants to, that was like the tightest pussy I've ever had in my life. Bro,
You flooded the River Nile?
Bro, I thought she was a virgin. Oh my God, bro. 36, 37. Oh my God, bro. I was like, I had to ask her. I was like, yo, you a virgin? She's like, nah, the dudes I fuck with just ain't hitting it right. And I'm like, alright, whatever. Like, you must be lying. I don't know what's good with you. But shit. But,
That's
bro,
a crazy story. You just hollered at your pharmacist?
hollered at the
You're
pharmacist.
picking up your medicine and you were like...
Nah, I worked there, bro.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm working with her. Technically, she's my boss for the day because she's
Okay.
she was
Yeah.
filling in for the head pharmacist, and I'm just a tech. So it's like essentially,
I get it. Yeah.
I fucked the
The
Oh,
boss.
no, Travis.
teacher.
Watch out, Travis. Lean forward.
Fuck the
Yeah,
Give the-
substitute teacher.
Hold up.
yeah, essentially.
You gotta...
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7, 8, 9.
There you go.
But yeah,
Have
so
you ever fucked us up? No, I'm just kidding.
Have I ever fucked a pharmacist?
A substitute teacher. I was
No.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you, bro, that was some great pussy.
I
And
believe it.
I sold her some weed after too.
Smart move.
She was like, oh, can I buy a dime bag off you? I was like, okay.
And you gave her a 0.4.
So nah, she didn't know how to
Travis,
roll it,
watch
so I just rolled it for
I'm
her.
trying to
and
watch.
then she only took like 4 or 5 hits, and then she gave me $20.
Beautiful.
And she's like, oh, I have to go buy a plan B. I was like, all right. So I went with her to her car because I had to drop her off at work. She walked
Where'd
right
she
into
buy
her
the Plan
job.
B?
She bought the plan B right then and
yes.
there. Watched they eat it, and then history.
Isn't it the best when they pay for it?
So, bro, it was immaculate. Didn't have to spend a dime, bro.
Exactly.
One time, bro, because I worked there, I had the hookup, bro. I had an employee discount, bro. Oh my
Yeah, I
God, bro.
know.
Plan Bs were going for $7 a pop, bro. $7.25.
So you know
a
what that
pop.
means, right? Good times we're going for $7.
Yo, good times. Oh my
That's what that
God,
is.
shit.
$7
Fuck
a
a
pop,
prosty.
bro.
Get a fucking Plan B Connect.
That's the Plan B Connect.
Mm-hmm.
The Plan B plug for real.
The best was when they pay, I'm telling you.
Yeah, Egyptians, top 5. Top 5, bro.
I believe you.
She could have been Moroccan, bro. She might have been related to French Montana.
Other side.
Yeah.
I like how French Montana says the N word. He's like, nah, I'm African.
No.
I'm African. It's like, I guess.
Yo,
I guess, bro.
he's the highest artist in I believe South Africa. Yeah, for Unforgettable. He dropped that in like
Oh
South
my
Africa.
God.
He's like the highest rated
Yo,
artist.
I
out
love French
there.
Montana.
Me
I went
too.
I went
I have
to
a poster
Yams
of
Day
him.
one like 17.
I think I was there.
And French Montana showed up in a head-to-toe
was
mink,
out
and he's like,
yeah,
man,
I
I flew
was
from
there.
Cali for this shit.
Yo, you know
that shit went like mad late.
you know what's the craziest thing about that? I was up in the nosebleeds.
Yo, same.
Actually,
I was just smoking cigarettes out there.
Bro, I'm smoking. I was with my man's Castillo, and shouts out
That's
Castillo.
my cousin. Real facts.
Dude,
Yeah,
I was
shouts
like
out
straight,
Castillo,
all
my
the way
mans.
to the nosebleeds.
But me and Castillo, we were at Yams Day up in the fucking nosebleeds, and I don't know if you remember him. His name was Sha Hef.
Yeah,
Sha
of
Hef.
course.
Bro, he
Sha
came
Hef
out.
backhand like Federer.
Yeah, yo, he came out.
Fedorov?
He was,
Bitch, where my
Oh,
money
Federer,
at, etc.,
Federer.
etc.
Veteran, never mind.
and then this man was
Isn't
talking.
he in like jail now?
Nah, he just got off.
okay.
He just got out actually like a week ago or so. But
Rich retired from rapping.
yeah, that's my oof. Yeah, that was my shit back in the day. But Sha Hef told everyone to like rush the front. So me and
Yeah.
my mans looked at each other. We hopped over.
Yeah, I remember that
I
shit.
hopped over security. I end up in the front row, bro. And like you said, when French Montana, I had that shit on video, bro. Head to toe mink,
Yeah.
bro. That
Yo,
shit was ridiculous.
He wasn't on the lineup. He just showed up.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit went
Smart.
mad late. You know how at MSG that's supposed to be on like a mad strict
Yeah,
schedule?
of course.
That shit was supposed to end at 11. It was like midnight. They were like threatening to cut the power.
Oh.
Yo, I was
So
dying. I
funny.
was dying during that concert. It got like quiet, and I was by ASAP Rocky. I was
Remember
like,
people booing
my
Little
friend.
Uzi Vert.
I was, yeah, yo, I was like,
don't
yo. I was like, yo, Rocky, I'm about to pass out. Can you toss me a water bottle? Some other kid caught it. I'm like, are you dead ass? Kid took like a swig though, and he passed back the whole entire thing. I was like, good looks, clutch. But he threw me a water bottle, shouted me out, everything. Because I was like, yo, do a song Space Goes Perp again. And then this man was like, shouts out him. I was like, yeah, that's a throwback.
You're talking about my friend? My friend?
Wait, you're friends with Space Goes Perp?
Oh, no, the other one. Who were you
ASAP
saying?
Rocky?
Yeah.
You're friends with him?
I thought, yeah.
How are you friends with ASAP Rocky?
Snapchat memories.
No, because I tried to sell him his own shirt. Remember I told you that story?
No.
Yeah, he walked by when I was selling clothes, and I saw a camera. I was like, oh, these people must be famous. And then it was ASAP Rocky. I was like, oh, shit, you want to buy the shirt? Check it out. Buy the shirt on purpose because it was ASAP.
And then what, did he laugh?
Yeah, he laughed. And so we're friends now.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's
did
funny.
you connect? Did you give him a business card?
I gave him a glance. He'll remember me forever.
Bro.
Maybe like,
I
yo,
pardoned him.
you should email him and try to get him on the podcast and be like,
Yeah,
hey,
had
remember when I
to.
tried to give you your own T-shirt?
Bro, I
That-
used to
that
talk
funny
to
guy?
Playboi Carti, bro. One time I was
On
just
Hinge?
on
Yeah,
Twitter.
he thought you were gay.
nah, yo. He was
He
fucking.
found out you were straight. He's like, nah, I ain't fucking with him
This
anymore. like,
was back
Before
in
he
like
changed voices?
yeah, but
I've never listened.
pre-vamp. This is pre-vamp.
I
He
can't say I've
was-
ever actually listened to Playboi Carti.
He's good,
Don't worry
bro.
about it.
So like back in like
I just
2013.
remember kids that like saying the N-word on video games. Always had his
Yeah.
profile.
Yeah, they
pic.
do like
He
him.
was
Yeah.
gas, bro. Back in like 2013, I was just like a troll on Twitter, and I was trolling ASAP Rocky actually, and Playboi Carti hit my DMs. He's like, "Yo, you talking crazy about my man's link up and fight?" I'm like, bro, you don't even know me, but all right, let's run it, bro. I was just talking my shit, mind you. I'm probably like 14, 15 at the time. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
keyboard warrior.
Yeah, fuck it. I mean,
Yeah.
I would have thrown some shit. I would probably would have got beat up, but he's like, I was like, all right, where you at? He's like, yo, I'm in Paris right now, and he's like, I'm mad drunk, and I was just like, damn, you trying to tell me pull up? Ended up shooting shit with him. He told me he fucks with me. I'm like, word. And that, yo,
Nice.
I still look back on that shit. That shit's
That's funny.
hilarious.
Now you got to change your profile to a girl and blackmail him.
Yo, Travis, did
Say
you
you were
see,
15.
Did you see the dye workwear guy, the
DIY
menswear guy
workwear.
on Twitter fight the dude on?
Oh yeah,
No.
ass pizza. Yeah, he fought him, right?
Yeah, he fought the dude in front.
Yeah.
Huh?
That was I think that was ass pizza and Playboi Carti. They were duking.
Oh
it
no,
out.
I'm talking about a different Twitter
Oh,
fight.
different Twitter fight, different DIY
yeah, I'm just-
guy,
Yeah,
I'm not sure, unfortunately.
different Carhartt guy.
yeah. But Playboi Carti got in a fight.
I think I believe it was Playboi Carti and like
That's
and
good
ass
stuff.
pizza. But I know
Ass pizza?
Yeah, you know who that is?
No.
He's
What
like-
a wild name to be
Yeah,
like.
he's like an artist from like New York City. Like you probably seen a video of him. He was rocking like the Louis Tims with like the camo Supreme hoodie and like
Ass
and
pizza.
Sounds like a
Gucci goggles.
custy.
That was like
Sounds like a custy, man. Fuck.
the custy name.
Soho custy.
Yeah, something
Big
like
time.
that.
Soho
Holy
custy.
shit. Wait.
That was back when Tumblr was popping.
2010? When I was DMing.
Reblog
I'm sorry,
it.
what?
Reblog it.
Mhm. Speaking of that, no, never mind.
I keep looking at the screen to make sure it doesn't freeze. I'm always
No,
nervous
that's a good
about
tick.
it.
It's a good new
Yeah.
tick to develop.
No, because we've had a couple episodes that had some technical difficulties.
So you do stand-up, right?
No.
That's the joke.
I've thought about it.
Wow, look at that.
As everyone has. Then you go to an open mic and you're like, this is the saddest thing of all time.
It's awful and you don't want to be there.
Not gonna lie, I had some good shows this weekend.
There you go.
I had some good shows this weekend. I went out in Bohemia.
Bohemia.
McGuire's, baby.
Look at that.
McGuire.
Opened up for Terry.
You got to go to the Brew House next.
Wow, graduation.
There's a Brew House in Oakdale.
Shaker's
I'm going to
Pub.
leave it at that.
Shout out
Matt
to
shout out Matt
shout out to
Filson.
Shaker's Pub in Oakdale.
Shakers.
Shaker's Pub is that's my favorite place.
I hear you. That's my favorite place to crowd kill as well. You said another one. Where was the other one?
The Hamburger Club.
Look at that.
Will and Donnie show.
Look at that, Manhattan.
Yeah, I had a good joke there. They were like they showed pictures of it was like war crime defense attorney was the category.
Wow.
They showed pictures of the atomic bombs. I was like, they went pee in my Coke.
What's like the audience on that? Like, what's the capacity over there?
I think they sold like 30 tickets, which
not
is,
bad, bro.
Which isn't. They were hoping to sell more.
Hey,
But I think
30's
the
better than
capacity
nothing.
is like 100 or so at the Broadway Comedy Club.
Fuck it, 30's better than
Yeah.
nothing, bro.
The Ground War is 32
They did
people
better.
on COD 4.
They do one on the
That's
island
a
at
throwback.
Amityville Music Hall.
I miss Ground
They
War. I got
sell more. They sell more tickets there.
That's fine. In Ground War, I probably got. I swear to God, I put this on my life, bro. I got like 13 nukes back to back to back to back to back.
Wow. I
That's
believe it.
Pretty impressive.
Swear to God, noob tubing across the mat, one-man army. Oh,
Yo,
I was
you'll
a
get
demon.
people upset with
Yo,
the YouTube.
I was getting a lot of hateful messages, and
Yeah.
you know, it was crazy. I wish I had them still, bro.
Yo,
Peer up line.
Travis, do you remember when we
2014.
went on that search and destroy tear with Call of Duty 4?
Mike Sanchez?
Yeah,
Mhm.
he was part of the squad. It
Yeah,
was,
of course.
It was like, but we did a whole squad.
Six.
M16,
M16.
Oh, of course.
M16, Juggernaut,
Yes.
Noob Tube,
Yes.
Last Stand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bro, on Search and Destroy COD 4.
That was
that's
fun.
Oh yeah,
Classic
just
days.
getting death threats after
Yeah,
every
absolutely.
game because
We would
in
just play
Call of
the
Duty
most
4
like-
there was what was that map? Bog? Was that the one where
Bog is my favorite map.
Bog was
Where-
like
where you spawned
Yeah,
and-
across, and you could shoot
and
across.
you could shoot the noob tube
Yes.
straight
Yes.
across
Yes.
into their
Spawn
spawn.
in
Yeah.
by the watermelons.
They just loot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yo, I just want to say real fast, Tihina Pow Pow,
Oh, she could get that pow pow?
pick number 18.
5'9".
Can't let him forget
that's
we're
a good
live
height.
from that WNBA draft.
Would you pow pow her? Like, yes or no? That's
Pow Pow, she's looking a little
No,
crazy.
No.
Probably
She's
not.
looking if I never called
Why?
her
Because
again.
the XXX Tentacion hair?
Yeah, she got them crazy eyes.
Yeah,
She got
it's
them-
all in the eyes.
Maybe
Yeah.
I feel like if I didn't call her back, I would wake up to like my dog's head
Oh,
on my
you
stoop.
saw that? The
Know what
way
I'm
she
saying?
stood up. She was like, I could fuck you up. I could fuck
Yeah.
your life up. Where's she going to? What school does that say? South Carolina?
Yeah, look at those eyes. You know shit ain't right with that.
She'll slash
Actually,
your
no.
tires.
If she keeps that
Yeah.
hair,
Yeah.
I'm fucking with her, man.
Yeah, nah.
What about her
yo,
game, though?
Yo,
Oh.
she's Samoan. Yeah, she'll beat the fuck out
Yo,
of
but guys,
shit, fuck.
what about her game?
Oh, you're
What
right.
about
I'm
her?
sorry.
What about her
position-
skills on the
You're right. What
court?
position
I
does she
mean,
play?
hey,
I can't see.
9.4 PPG, 44% FG. Come on now.
That's it. She's a
Yeah,
supporter on the team.
She's a Samoan, so she has a family member in the NFL.
She also
Guaranteed, like a
She
a
could fall
cousin
back in
that's-
wrestling too.
Yeah, guaranteed her cousin's probably The Rock.
Yeah, her cousin's a linebacker for the Chicago Bears.
For the
Yeah, you never
Bears.
know. Pow Pow, great name though. Not in Brazil, but oh my God, she
Tahina
Two-time
Pau Pau.
honorable mention AP All-Americans from
Wow,
South
look at that.
Carolina.
Associated
5'9".
Press. There
Like
it is.
I'm tall.
What's the tallest you would go?
Tallest I would go. I'm 6'1", so I would have to match my height.
Okay, I understand.
However, if she's like if she's like I could go for a 6'4", nice little thick BB dub, you know.
You want to hear something
6'4",
crazy?
yeah, that's
I-
like the highest.
You trying to get ball player kids?
Yeah, bro. See, like, you
Dominican?
know what it is? Like, I'm like the only skinny guy in my family. Everyone else, I want to say they're big, but they're a little, like, you know what I mean? They got
They're
the
not gonna
dad
see this. You
bod,
could say
you
they're
know what I'm
fat.
saying? They're Long Island fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, a little too much brewskis to the stomach. You know, nice summer day when you're actually mowing your lawn. You know, see, that's what I'm going back on with the Long Island culture, bro. When you actually mow your lawn, bro, it builds
No,
character.
I'm busy playing golf.
Playing. See, that's the other side of Long Island right there.
What's the tallest you would go?
5'9".
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they would have to accept that they're probably taller than me.
How
How tall are you?
Like 5'9".
That's not bad. You would so.
My hinge says 5'10", of course. You know, I'm inflating the number a little.
Bro, it depends on the angle. You could be my height. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You know, but listen, if a 6-foot chick wants to holler,
you can't say no.
I'll holler at a 6-foot shorty.
Yeah,
I
why
just
not?
think that they wouldn't like. You know what I mean?
On the bed, you can't tell.
I think it's wasted
Yeah,
effort.
exactly.
You know what I
on
mean?
the bed, you can't tell. As long as they're not 4'9".
Yeah, they're on their back. I don't care.
Yeah, bro. What's the shortest you would go though?
No, I'm
5
not
foot.
answering
I don't
that.
want-
That's nasty. No,
Yeah.
5'4", 5'5". I can't stand it.
I'd
man.
say
And-
I'd say 5. I'd say 5'2" because I feel like you could. I've seen some
5'2"
baddies at
bisexual angry
5'2".
bitch.
Yeah, 5'2".
With a septum piercing, bro. Oh my God, bro. You already know she's on her 4th hair color
I
phase
wanted
of
to
her
fart
life,
so bad
bro.
into the mic right there on that one. No way. I
From
feel like
Bushwick.
they're just like you can't vibe with them when you're talking to them. If they're short, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I vibe with it. Like
Yeah.
you said, it doesn't matter if they're on the
Yeah.
bed or
In the
if we're
bed,
on
I
the
guess,
couch
yeah.
or in a chair. You
Yeah,
know what I
like
mean?
it really doesn't matter
Compact.
to me. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
The tallest I ever went was I think 5'11", and you were there. Do you know where this was?
I was there, 5'11".
Yes, sir. I'll give you a hint. Nassau County.
And we were in Nassau County.
Yes, sir.
Were we in Freeport?
Very close. Valley Stream.
Valley. Oh, Valley Stream.
We got a
Doing
couple
in
of
Valley
stuff.
Stream
What
was
were we doing in
legendary.
Valley Stream, huh?
I was shit. Travis was chilling with at the time one of his girlfriends.
Not
One of
even.
one of his
One of the girls that cursed me out via paragraphs.
cursed him, bro.
So that sounds like your
Terrible.
girlfriend.
Yeah,
No,
she
she
wrote a
hated
whole think piece after him.
Yeah,
you know
she
what
did.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
We went to her party with her and her friend's party.
it wasn't
and
really.
I
a
invited
party.
him.
Yeah. And I'm just in the cut. They're all like these kids like, hey, let's listen to these
Mac
vinyl
DeMarco,
records.
yeah.
Hey, let's listen to
And you're
Mac
just with it.
DeMarco.
And they were friends with Mitski. Real facts.
Really?
Yeah, they were friends with Mitski. They went to school with Mitski, of course.
I think I seen probably about like 4 pairs of Doc Martens over there when
Yeah,
I was
you
over
did.
there. Meanwhile, I'm in the corner. I'm in the kitchen just rolling up mad weed on the
Yup,
counter.
and they
They're
loved
just-
it, right?
They just loved it. They're like, wow, this kid is art. And this kid is different. Wow.
Money was made that night, too. Do you remember? Money was made.
Yeah.
It was great.
They've never seen real South Shore trash
Weed.
pull up to a
Yeah.
party.
Oh, that, yeah.
Be like, yo, ready to roll a blunt on your kitchen
Rolling
counter.
a
Yeah.
blunt. Wasn't even a blunt.
On
It
a-
was a spliff.
Yeah.
Grabber.
Correct. We had
Drop
good
the
photos
frontal
from that
leaf in.
day, too.
I
I
was-
think we were the only males there.
Nah,
No?
there was one guy there, but he was probably a little bi-curious.
exactly,
He was one of
yeah.
those.
That's
you
what
know
I'm
what
saying.
I'm saying? So like, he,
He had a mustache.
yeah, he had a mustache with a wool sweater.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I'm
Whoa,
Yeah.
I rock mustache. I have a mustache and I rock wool sweaters.
Yeah, he's rocking a wool sweater with the docks. So
Let me
it's
rephrase it.
like-
Okay,
He had
I
a
don't wear
Hitler
docs,
stash.
though.
He
He's
had a
one of
Hitler
those.
stash.
He's probably an NYU graduate.
Okay,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
No, they were
I get confused for those
Purchase,
sometimes.
yeah.
Purchase.
Yo, today at my job, one of my coworkers is like, yo, you're a Zoomer, right? And I'm like, dude, I'm 30. He's like, he said, how old are you? I'm like, oh, I'm 30. He's like, oh, I thought you were like 19. I was like,
That's
a
insane.
I was
compliment.
like, you're fucking fried, brother.
You're taken sometimes,
I'll-
no?
I'll take it. I'll take
Yeah,
it. I'll take
exactly,
it, though.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll
Like,
take
how
It's
old's
like when I
your
got
daughter?
ID'd.
Oh, yeah, true. Oh, I got into a fight with a bouncer again.
Why?
Really?
Oh, fucking. Oh, every week is the same shit. Every week.
Why?
is-
What's wrong?
Because I don't even remember. There were 2 bouncers I got into a fight with on Friday.
Because you
One-
weren't drinking?
Yeah, correct. One of them. One of them.
Let me get
oh,
a water.
One
Get
of
a
them was because
seltzer. You
I
get
told
a
them.
seltzer and we get a lime in it, and it looks like a drink, and they don't.
Yeah, it
they
looks
don't
like a
bother
little
you.
club soda
Yeah.
I
vodka.
hear you. I just don't want to
Yeah.
pay. Fuck that.
It's like $3 for that. They don't even charge you usually.
I-
Yeah,
you
tell
got
him
a
just
tip.
yo, let me get a splash.
And you got a tip too.
Hey, give him like
you give
a
him
dollar.
$1. You give him $1
Yeah.
for the drink.
I guess.
It's not like
Yeah.
you're
$1
ordering
blend.
like
No.
3 drinks, you know what
No,
I mean? Like, it's like-
even so, I like $1 drink, like $10 if you want to get served quicker, $5 if you're feeling nice.
Mhm.
You know?
feeling frisky.
Yeah.
Well, I ended up playing COD Mobile outside the bar the whole time while my friends were inside. So didn't end up.
Funny fact
mattering.
about COD Mobile.
Are you a
What?
COD Mobile gamer too?
I was briefly.
Okay,
and
Travis is
I was
Travis is gaming against 13-year-old Mexican kids.
not even Mexican,
winning.
bro. At a point where you get good at that
Japanese.
game, you're playing straight Asians.
I
was
facts.
I was number 1400.
What, just some Chinese kid in a
Always Japanese.
a McDonald's in Chinatown?
He's on
using the free
service.
Wi-Fi. Yeah.
It's either
Internet cafe.
yeah.
Perfect ping.
I was like 1400, 1500 in Search and Destroy on there actually.
Oh, that's stressful.
Nah, bro, it's honestly easy. I was setting up the controller on it. I wasn't playing with my thumbs. I
Yo,
was
setting up a controller to play on COD Mobile's insane.
They
a
set
real
you up,
degen.
but
or
they
setting
do,
it up to hook up to a bigger screen is also hilarious.
They
Yeah.
do set you up with people who do the same though. If you use a controller,
yeah,
they
that
will
is
set you up with
true.
people
That's
who
what
use
I'm
the
saying. Like
controller.
I'm facing these Asian
Keep it
kids.
fair.
You can't even. You need a translator for the gaming tag. You know, so it's like
yeah, of course,
it's
absolutely.
like what
I
are we
play with a
doing?
lot of Russians and Japanese because the times I play at, because I play 3 a.m.
So what
A
are you
lot
playing
of
with, like
times.
300 ping?
No, my ping is fine.
Oh, they're playing on American servers?
It's all I don't know. It's all COD Mobile.
So you were just playing outside the bar. You're just playing COD Mobile.
Yeah, 100%. I play COD Mobile anywhere.
And the bouncer was like, "Yo, what the fuck is
No,
going
the bouncer was mad at me because my friend didn't have an ID and he used to work there. And then they were giving us an issue because the manager was watching. And then when I came back, when I was walking out, I gave him an attitude back. And I was like, "We're adults. You don't have to act like
Oh,
that. I understand that you're working, but come on."
Oh,
And
that bugged me out, dude. You crinkling the water bottle. I was
you
like,
thought it got.
yeah, no, because it sounded way louder because it came out.
Sorry.
I was like, wait,
Mm.
it was like someone kicking in the air conditioner.
It was an
Sorry,
ASMR
my
podcast.
Did my neighbor hear me talking shit? Is he like swinging through the air conditioning?
He turned on the
Fuck y'all talking
lawnmower.
He's like, I'm gonna fucking slit your throat.
Fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, the never mind.
Gilgo Beach killer.
Oh,
Rex Huberman.
Rex.
I don't think he killed all those women. He may have caught a little son. You know what I mean? He may.
Yeah.
What, you
fuck-
think it was their fault
I
because
feel
the
like
way they
I-
were dressed?
No, I feel like he was hanging
Swap
out.
murders.
I feel
Swap
like he was
murders.
hanging out with that Suffolk County police chief dude.
They were having orgies
I
on the
feel like
beach.
they were doing coke and fucking up hookers and stuff
yeah,
together.
they were
Plausible.
supposedly
Yeah,
they were
that,
having.
That's why it makes sense. That's why it was covered up for so long.
Yeah,
It's like,
half
I
of them-
believe
yeah,
it.
he was having weird orgies with powerful
Yeah,
people.
he was having
Makes
orgies
sense.
on the beach.
Of course,
supposedly.
yeah, he's
That's
an
what they were
architect.
saying, yeah.
You ever see an architecture firm? It's always like one dude who looks like Rex Huberman and then like 40 hot Asian women.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I
'cause
didn't
he was-
realize that.
Yeah. Architect's a hot chick job.
Yeah.
Shit, I gotta send my
They-
resume
They know
out.
design, bro. And it's the crazy thing is because he was an architect in the city. You're making reputable money, and you're living in Massapequa. That's a pretty esteemed town. That's a nice town to live in. And he-
In a steam town,
Yeah.
Massapequa.
Massapequa, but
Mob HQ.
he had the
No,
shanty
my favorite
house.
thing. My favorite thing is people in Massapequa being like, "I would never live in Lindenhurst. I live in Massapequa."
Oh my
It's like what?
God.
You just pay more in taxes. The
Yeah.
houses are worth exactly the same.
Our town is literally 2 minutes away from each
Yeah.
other, but you
Yeah,
never live here.
The other day, I had somebody from Massapequa telling me about suffering. I couldn't believe it in my life.
What do you mean?
I'm not going to give the context, but they were using the word suffering.
Yeah,
And-
they can suffer if they live in
Oh.
Massapequa.
One time a
What,
poppy
you just
asked me
said-
for a ride in Massapequa.
People in Massapequa are incapable of suffering.
They don't know suffering.
What do you mean?
All right, never mind.
I don't understand it.
They
Never
live in the
mind.
nice tax bracket.
They
The
don't
only
know-
suffering they have is when the kids find the opiates in the medicine
Yeah, exactly.
cabinet.
I guess so. Yeah, exactly. When they find their parents' medicine.
That's all of them over there. That's why they never live in Lindenhurst.
I know, right? Fuck them. I hate absolutely every single person. that
One
lives in
time,
this.
I actually took a train from Massapequa. I took it all the way to the Hamptons because I had
What
court.
the fuck?
I had court in
You
the
had court in the Hamptons? What'd you
Yeah.
do to get court in the Hamptons?
I was trying to visit.
Smuggling adrenochrome.
I was. They knew I was on the island. I can't even. I'm done. Massad's gonna get me.
Yup.
But I took a train all the way out to there because I had gotten a ticket because I was trying to visit one of my boys in jail. And I was like, what? So they were like, yeah, he's not available at the time. So I was like, damn. So as I'm driving back, I get pulled over. And we were smoking in the car. So since we were, that's the closest like county, I guess. They're like, yo, you have to go here. They wrote us a ticket just for like smoking and shit. I took
Yeah.
the hit. I was like, this is mine. But I ended up having to take the train out there. Got whatever, not guilty. fucking ROI, like whatever the bullshit they have,
Yeah.
right? Where you just don't get on it. Bro, I was taking the train back. Some bum asked me to roll up a joint. I was like, all right. He was a little schizo. He was like pacing back and forth, but it was kind of cold. It was like February. So he's like, my joints hurt, man. Can you roll me up a joint? I was like, yeah, I got you. He pulled out some bud. You know, it was I rolled it up in a little zigzag paper, little like chode ones, right? Bro, I rolled it up. I actually started smoking it with him. I can't even lie.
You smoked on the train?
Nah, we were waiting for the train to come. And because since we're so far out east, the train doesn't come for like a long time.
I know that
so
shit.
I ended up smoking. I think it could have been laced, honestly, because I got really, really, really high. But I was like, this ain't no normal weed. Maybe you put the K2 from the bodega in there, from Gaffa, you
He
know?
sprinkled it in.
Shit, but this man was talking about how his whole family died in a fire because they were all high off fentanyl, and they were all asleep and the house went on fire, and he was the only one to wake up and get out. This man was an intricate character. Yo, he said
dudes like that always got the most elaborate, least believable lie of all. Like they're
Right,
like,
but it's that seemingly true at the
Yeah.
same time, right? You
and then,
can't really
like. There's a coin flip that you look the story up and you're like, wait, this is real. Wait,
I wanted to believe him for like a quick second. However, once he stopped talking about his family, he just randomly started talking about, this is how we prevent gun violence in America. We teach every 6-year-old how to utilize a micro SMG, and so they could eliminate the threats in a school shooting. And I was like, oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
I was like, yeah, this dude's off it right now.
That rocks. Yo, he
he's off the
legitimately
rocker.
thinks like. A lot of people are like, yo, give guns to school teachers. He's like, no, give them to elementary
Give 'em to
school.
the
Give them
fucking
to all the
kids.
kids.
put in the slate
He
in the
doesn't think
desk.
that, he doesn't
Micro
think that they're gonna
SMGs
shoot
don't
each other
like-
at recess.
Right?
Some kid's gonna have
Recoil?
a beef with another kid over like
Yeah.
a game of basketball, and they're gonna.
Bro, micro SMGs, bro.
I have
What's
a good
that? What's that movie? What's that movie where with the basketball game in the hood where it ends with the
Basketball
guy?
Diaries?
Oh, Fresh. That's my favorite movie.
Where he
That-
pulls the gun out and
yeah,
shoots the game up.
He kills the kid.
Yeah, recess would end like that every day,
Yeah.
just like that movie.
Yo, that movie is a top 5 movie. I rank that next to The Godfather,
Yeah,
bro.
that movie's great.
I rank that next to
Bro.
The
I'll have
Godfather.
to see it then.
He just pulls out the gun at the. I'm ending it right now.
1994 classic. It's
Oh,
called
okay,
Fresh. It's
okay,
called
okay.
Fresh.
I'll look it up.
I've seen that movie like 500 times, no bullshit.
Mashallah.
That and Belly. Watch that shit.
What's Belly?
I have the
You never
VHS
watched
for Belly. I have the
oh,
VHS.
with Nas,
You want it?
DMX, Method Man, like.
No.
You have the
Yo,
VHS for it too, I
what?
believe.
Belly?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Maybe we do. Oh, in that
Yeah.
box
The
of VHS.
infamous scene, bro. When, you know, they're starting where they're about to rob the club. It's like they're walking through and it's all like they're all like dark, but they're in like blue. They look like the Blue Man Group,
Yeah.
and they have like, you know, their eyes are white as
Yeah.
hell, and they're just walking through the club, scoping out. They're about to rob this bitch.
It's the Black Ocean's 11.
Yeah, nah, it really was. That was Ocean's 11 before last year. I think so, at least.
I have a good homeless person story. Speaking of that, I have endless, obviously.
Yeah.
But this one time, right, this homeless guy, a homeless person and fire story. Funny. enough.
Fire.
So yeah,
Fire
literally.
feed that.
So me see me hanging out, yeah, Lower East Side now, waiting for
Big up.
waiting for a nice, beautiful Nicaraguan, half Dominican bitch, half Nicaraguan, half Dominican girl, waiting on a date. This is
That's
I feel like
not bad.
I feel like a Jamaican
beautiful.
guy wouldn't say bitch though.
you're right.
I feel like
Biatch.
Gal.
Biatch, yeah. He
Me waiting for a nice little gal, yeah.
Yeah, gal.
All right, so this girl was way out of my league.
What
Speaking
was
of
she?
nurse, she was half Nicaraguan, half Dominican. Her name was
Was she from Freeport?
Jocelyn. No,
Jocelyn?
maybe.
Shouts
That's
out-
the Dominican side.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So oh man, she was still 75 out of 10 to this day. But she was
75 out
way out of my
10.
league, and I obviously lied about employment and shit like this. And this is all the way back in 2021. Oh, yeah, 2021. So it's peak COVID, right? So people are all like, don't touch me, like shit like that. And I'm talking to this homeless guy who's passed out next to my car. I definitely sent one of you a photo of him passed out next to my car. And I'm just talking to him, trying to kill time. He looks like he fell back on his head against the
You
black
probably
thing.
sent me a photo of this on
Yeah,
WhatsApp.
I think I did send you a photo of it.
Had to be on
probably.
Telegram, most likely.
Plausibly during that time. And he's telling me about how his whole family died in a fire and his cat. And he said he was more upset about his cat than his family that died in the fire. And that's why he's an alcoholic.
Sometimes the bond is that strong.
I guess so.
That's just crazy. That's called crazy.
That's
people.
what I'm saying,
I
man.
guess.
You can't give that guy much weight. You know,
No,
yeah.
he's a crazy person. That's it.
So I gave him a hug, right? And as I'm giving him a hug, she pulls up. Terrible timing already. Absolutely. Peak COVID, hugging a homeless man is not what you want this beautiful girl to see.
Did you at least have your mask on?
No, of course not.
Oh.
No, of course not.
Damn, you hugged a homeless guy? That's gross.
I've
Yeah.
hugged multiple.
That's
I've hugged
disgusting,
dozens
Travis.
of homeless people.
This man has fleas.
Everyone
on him.
needs a hug. I need
That's
a
how
hug.
you get bed bugs,
That is
bro.
true.
I need a hug. I wish a homeless
That's how you-
person would hug me.
That's how you get bed bugs, bro. I'm not trying to.
They don't sleep
ruin
in a
my
bed.
clothes.
They
They
sleep
get
on the
scabies.
sidewalk. That's how you get
Yeah.
cement bugs.
Scabies.
Water
You
bugs.
get like a weird staph infection.
Well, I need a homeless person to hug me. If you're watching this and you're homeless, I need a hug. So going back to the story, I'm hugging this homeless guy.
Travis is picking up chicks outside the homeless shelter. He's like, "Bitch, why are you staying there
I
tonight?
could save you.
No, because I
I
can't bring her
got a
back
place for
anywhere
you to
either.
shower."
I can't bring her back anywhere either. I'm legally homeless on paper. So I can't bring her back
Why?
anywhere. What do you mean why? Because I can't bring her back to where I live.
Your
Hell
brother
no.
does though.
He does what?
He brings his girlfriend lives with
She
him.
lives there. Yeah.
Why
It's
can't you
different.
bring? Why can't you bring a shorty to live there?
Because no girl wants to ever, unfortunately. Girls don't want to come over anymore because they find out where I live, I guess. So,
It must be from Massapequa.
no, never that. Hell no, I keep that shit away from here. But, so,
Yeah, because he's picking up chicks in Jackson Heights that don't
Only.
have cars.
Jackson Heights.
obviously, yeah. And, you know where the
6'2"
quality's at. Come on.
Nice.
So,
Serena Sundell.
Yeah, she could post me up for sure.
Hell yeah.
I gotta put my glasses on. Seattle. Seattle's got a team in the
Nice.
WWE, but not the.
Look at that. She's putting that shit. Oh, right
she's
there.
got dimes.
Shit.
She's
Look
got
at that.
dimes.
I like how her highlights are just passes.
That's a
There you
shot.
go.
No,
Alright,
stop
alright, little
short
run up.
mid-range game.
Oh, she
Oh,
highlights on
shit,
shitty
look at
defense.
that.
Just highlights on garbage defense. That's
They're
what
saying
this
she's
is.
the Dirk Nowitzki over there.
That's really what they're saying?
I see
I
that.
They
I don't
always
know.
compare white people to Dirk.
500 points, 250
See,
assists,
yeah.
150 rebounds.
She's 3:30 a.m. I would give her a hit up, honestly.
Only
wouldn't
D1 player
mind.
with 500 points.
Look at that height.
Wood.
6'2".
What, 6'2"?
Wood.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
She's an
Yeah.
inch taller than me.
That's cool, though.
Oh, speaking of that, I had a dream that I went to.
I'd play her and pick up basketball.
Yeah.
She'd
Yeah,
win.
that would be
She'd
fun.
block my shot and shit. Yeah.
Fireman's,
Yeah,
right?
That'd be
yeah,
fun.
of
That would
course.
be fun. I hit up a Serbian girl because I had a dream that I went to Serbia to play
I'd run
basketball.
point and she'd play the inside.
Whoa! Well said. Well said. Box her out.
No, we'd be
don't
running
have
two
her
mans
box.
at
Yeah.
fireman's, running the court.
I'm running
wouldn't
the
be
two mans
bad.
at
Yeah,
fireman's.
for sure.
That wouldn't be bad.
And that's legendary with the crooked hoops.
Oh yeah,
Crooked in the double rim.
from dudes from Wyandanch who can't dunk hanging on the rim.
Nah, you'll find them at LA Fitness.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
LA
that's true.
Fitness. I go to Crunch Fitness now.
Hell yeah.
Can't
It's just all
hang.
Dominicans there. but,
Yo, funny thing about the Dominicans at the Crunch Fitness that I go to.
yo, they
know,
love Crunch Fitness.
you
for
probably
some
go
reason.
to the same one I do.
West Bab.
'Cause it's
Nah,
one syllable.
I'm at Amityville.
Crunch.
Crunch.
If you
You're
bro,
right.
the Dominicans over there, oh my God.
Dude, there's
bro,
a-
forget about it. They see an 18-year-old, they're going crazy. They're about to start a new family over here. Forget about it.
Bro, one time I walk into the sauna and there's just a Dominican dude dressed like Rob Van Dam standing on the fucking bench.
Rob Van Dam's top 10, bro. So I respect that.
Bro, just full tights. Just yoked Dominican dude with like
That's
a ponytail. And he's standing on the bench, but he's wearing his sneakers still. And he's just telling everyone that he's like, yo, you guys got to do this. Like, this is way hotter up here.
That is true.
And his dick's just in everyone's face. Like,
With the shoes on, but nothing
Yeah,
else
his-
but the shoes and sneaker and the
yeah, no,
socks.
he has like, no, he's like a
Nefarious
he has like a
sauna
wrestling
fits.
singlet on. He's
Oh,
like
that's
working out in
funny.
a wrestling singlet.
I don't get why people wear fucking shoes and that shit in the
Yeah,
sauna.
take your shoes off if you're going in the
yeah,
sauna.
you better
How-
stink up
Nasty.
your fucking.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
bro,
You're gonna
like-
take your shoes off and cause like a fucking. You're gonna have to evacuate your house.
Just nuke the plane.
Yeah,
Yeah, get some Ozium.
for real. What, Ghost? You hear something?
He's talking about shoes too.
He's like, yo, you good?
You know what I
Yo.
did in the hospital? I put
Wait,
mad
what's up?
fucking hand soap in my shoes.
Wait, you put hand soap? That's disgusting.
It's desperation,
That's
man.
gross. What?
I've done that multiple times.
Wait,
Done that
wait.
at the
Hold,
airports.
Same.
hold up, Travis.
I've done that at the airports. I've done that everywhere.
Break this down.
I've washed my
Like-
armpits with soap before.
Yeah,
with
Like
with-
liquid soap or like the foam?
The foam. You just put it in the shoes to get rid of the smell.
And
I
it
could see
works?
that. I could see
Okay,
that.
Yeah.
that's kind of weird though.
I could see
course.
hand sanitizer foam.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I
that-
would just punish everyone.
No,
let my feet
because then
stink.
you're punishing yourself too, though.
No,
Yeah.
once you get access to some foot powder, you
no,
get some
but
gold
you get
bond
negative
and throw it in
reactions
there.
from everybody, negative vibes.
Yeah, but who
towards you.
cares? Fuck them.
When you're on
Fuck 'em,
vacation.
Yeah, but you're
But
never.
no one wants to have smelly feet though. That's just
Correct.
as
But
bad
on
as
the
having
airplane, I'm never seeing those people again. I don't care. I'll
Yeah.
ruin a couple people's flights. Like
Shit.
60
You're
people.
what's wrong with society.
100%. Yeah.
I always get
I'm why
sat
they hate
next to a
Americans.
beautiful
I'm
girl
like,
on
yeah,
yours.
who cares? Like,
I got sat next to another beautiful girl on the flight back this time, and I fucked things up quick.
why?
Quick, because I dropped my phone on the flight, like 45 minutes in. Yeah. While I was watching.
With the tabs open.
Yeah, what were you watching?
I'll show you what I was watching right now.
They
This is
start
not
just
a
playing
lie.
like Turkish music out of your
I
phone.
believe it.
Tenzin liked you on Hinge. Hold on. This is I have.
Oh, I've been putting up a Hall of Fame.
I
run on
know.
Hinge.
I hung up the jersey. I hung up the
Dude,
jersey off old
I went
dating
on.
apps.
I went on Hinge for a week. Let's just say I have 40 unanswered.
He's killing that.
It's-
Man, I'm fucking.
You know what the
sucking on
problem
it.
is? Hinge is they're putting limits on real players out there. You can only
Yeah.
have 8 active conversations
Yeah,
at a
they're
time.
trying
It's
to
like
snub you.
it's like, man, I was trying to put up my Wilt Chamberlain stat, hit 100 again.
Bro, they don't understand that some people are really on there for the love of the game, and
yeah.
you're just limiting them. So why would you want to do
I'm
that?
just trying to find my Miss Perfect, you know,
Yeah.
because like,
Mm,
because sometimes you know, there's tiers of it, you know. You're
Yeah,
like,
bro.
there's-
Dating is an interview process. So
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta sift through the papers to find the right candidate.
Exact-
correct,
exactly,
Might throw
exactly.
some applications out in the process.
Yeah, might
Yeah.
throw
This
some
is what I
at you.
was watching when my phone died. I have this downloaded offline. It's a music video.
You're watching what is this Jewish music?
Yeah, this is
The
what,
Hasidim.
yeah. This is
I
what
Hasidim,
this
but
is
I don't
literally-
believe 'em.
This is literally what I'm watching as my phone falls on the airplane.
Can you just convert to Hasidic?
No, because my mom's not.
I know, but how does someone become Jewish?
It's such a fucking pain in the ass process.
All right, I don't want to get copyright strike.
We're gonna get copyrighted.
No, you can't even
They're
Shazam
gonna,
this song. This is no copyright,
bro,
man.
they're gonna tell you that this podcast
I'm
belongs
gonna
to them
have
20,000 years ago.
I'm gonna have a black Lincoln Town Car come up and put
Ah,
bricks through all my windows.
that's gonna
Well,
be
man.
kind
I'm
of
gonna be
messed
like,
up at work.
fuck, dude, fuck.
No, this is Hasidic. This is Satmar Hasidic. They're not Zionist. Very, 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 very peaceful people.
Very peaceful.
Definitely.
Except if you're walking on the same sidewalk as them and they'll spit at your feet.
No, that's not Satmar Hasidic Jews.
Oh, that's different Hasidics?
those are always Israeli Jews. That
Wait,
we're
there's
talking
different
about.
Hasidic. There's
Of course,
different types
of course, there's Bobov, there's Satmar, there's
Wait, hold
Gur,
up.
there's Belts, there's Breslov.
How do you know all these different types of Hasidic Jews? That's crazy.
Because I'm
Yeah.
smart.
You know the tribes.
Don't forget about
course.
the Eskenazis, bro.
That's that's a type of person, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are like your funny Jews. Those are your fun.
Correct. Yeah.
Those
are
are
your New York Jews.
Yeah, those are your Los Angeles, New York Jews.
About a body that.
Yeah, your
Mm.
showbiz. Travis, move forward. You're the problem here. You're
I'm too comfy.
you're leaning back and you're getting your wire caught.
I'm too comfy thinking about the Hasids.
Ghost.
About the Haredim. I'm sorry.
I have seen them, but I don't believe them.
Yeah, no, I spend a lot of time around them, so you gotta know. You know what I mean?
What's
When
your
in Rome.
favorite Jewish food?
Takes a long time to answer, right? Takes a long time to answer. Shit.
Okay, you can
Jewish-
you can lean back and get
Jewish
Travis.
food has to be.
Fuck.
like,
I don't know.
I think it has to be like top 10
Halva?
worst cuisines.
Worst cuisine?
Well, Sephardic,
Yeah,
Ashkenazi,
yeah,
Mizrahi,
worst
Bukhari, and what we
cuisine.
talking? Kind of Jewish
What
we
you-
talking?
I don't know. No, it's on. Yeah,
it's on.
It's
I
on.
can hear you.
Just speak up.
Yeah. Okay.
You start mumbling.
I mean, if we're talking about,
but you were getting picked up. It was all good.
I gotta go with chalva or challah French toast. Also, actually, that's
Hollow
Jewish
French.
food.
You just love French toast.
Hollow-
I
Challah
do
is
love
pretty
French
good.
toast. It's a big cope food for me.
You like cinnamon and
Yeah.
syrup.
I was not a fan.
That's what French toast is.
I
right?
know it is. It's just the nostalgia that comes with it.
I
think.
always hated Tuesdays at Roll, bro, because Tuesdays was French.
French toast sticks day.
I hated
That was one.
that.
I thought that was one of the better days at school lunch because the French
It's a
toast.
fun lunch.
No,
yeah.
because there was
Funch.
shit that sucked. But
Yeah.
French toast was fun. Like you knew it was
is.
gonna be all right, unless it was cold.
Yeah.
Actually, hold up. Middle school French toast, shitty. High school French toast, even worse.
Yeah, I think they were all.
was it
trash.
frozen?
No, it's just like, it's just with like the middle school and high school lunch. There's a chance it just sits out for longer. People don't pick it, you know, and then
That is true. Elementary school, they gotta meet. some
elementary school,
criteria.
you got one choice. That's it. You're getting it.
Bro, on Thursdays,
I used to
it
fuck
was
with the
chicken
turkey,
nugget
bro.
day.
The turkey and gravy, dude. That shit used to hit. And
that
the
was
mashed potatoes.
Nah, they did that shit on Fridays, I think.
Yeah.
Nah, Fridays was pizza. Thursday was chicken nuggets. I used to get double lunch. I used to get like 20 chicken nuggets, bro.
Oh, chicken nuggets.
Barbecue sauce. That was like pre-Michelle Obama, bro. So everything was all.
Oh yeah, you went to school at a different time than we did.
Oh, dude. Yo, high school pre-Obama.
Yeah, I was in
08, dude. 08. You remember, Travis? You remember how good the food was before Obama came in?
I was in 9th grade, and in 10th grade they switched it up. In 10th grade, it hit our school. They were like, "Yo, you guys."
We had the salad line though. I remember that was good in 12th grade and 11th grade. We had the salad line.
High school lunch was the same for me every day. 2 spicy chicken sandwiches. One of them I bought. One of them I shoved in my pants. And then double fries. And then a Snapple.
Fries in 9th grade?
A Snapple that I bought. A Snapple that I shoved in my pants.
Snapple that you shoved in your pants is legendary.
I would take everybody's milk
dude.
as someone with Crohn's
and then,
disease. Wild.
The cookies were also, there was a potential I would pay for it or not.
Yes, the cookies were very good.
Yeah, of course, dude.
I remember that Famous Amos.
No, they weren't the Famous Amos. They were
They weren't?
No.
I blocked this shit all the fuck out. This is why I smoke weed. I can't remember.
There were some fucking fuck. They were
the Butter Crunch though.
No, I don't remember.
Yellow.
But I remember that you had to go on the line with the Asian lady because the Asian lady cooked the cookies better than other people. But she was a bitch. If you got caught stealing, she would yell at.
I had
the rap line all the way at the end.
Yeah, that's where I went.
That's where the Asian lady worked.
Oh, then okay. I just
she would yell at you if she caught you stealing. She was real strict with that. So that was the line you didn't. You had to steal from the middle lines where you just be friends with the ladies.
Yeah,
and then be like,
"Oh,
what's up, Carol? How are you doing?"
Kathy.
Yeah, Kathy, my bad.
Damn, you remember this shit.
Like, yo, Kathy, how are you doing?
I used to get 3 lunches a day. I was eating good. I would have.
Were you one of those people that fake that you had like early lunch? Or like, you're like, oh, I can get it during class. I got the pass.
Well, I had the hookup. I was very, very nice to one of the like aides over there. So she would see me. She'd be like, "Hi, Joe," and I'd be like, "Yo, can I just go get a water or something?" So I would just buy a water. I would get a sandwich. I'd pay for it.
Yeah.
That was my lunch for the day, right? And then I was going out with a girl.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember her in 12th grade. Curly hair. Not gonna mention names though. You know what I'm saying? Infamous.
I don't remember.
But
we're not in the same grade.
I know I thought you I thought you remember if I ever talked about her. It's legendary. Drug addict too.
Oh, then yeah, absolutely, of course, yeah. Abercrombie and Fitch, obviously.
Yeah.
I got you.
She had free lunch. That bitch would
Smart.
never. She would eat when she went home, so I would just use her free lunch, and then I would be like, "Yo, put a lunch on my tab." I ran that shit up, bro. 3 lunches a day.
Smart moves.
5, 6, 7th period, walk right home.
Wow, smart. That's a good life right there.
Buddy.
I don't blame you. I remember in middle school I had a crush on one of the lunch ladies, and I found out it was somebody's mom.
That rocks.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, Travis. That's the most Travis story you could have.
I think
I used to flirt with her.
About. I think I know who you're talking.
He's our age. He's Turkish.
Oh, nah.
Who?
And we had him in a fight one year with a couple people.
Oh,
yep,
yeah.
Yep. I had a huge crush on his mom, and we used to flirt with each other.
His mom was hot?
Hell fucking yeah.
What? Why didn't you tell us? We would have let him know.
Cause
that would have been great.
Cause I was trying to save her for myself, man.
Dude, I remember one time, remember in Call of Duty when you would do the headshots, you'd go in a headshot lobby to get like,
boosting.
Yo, with that one time one of our friends back in the day got that kid, and he was like, yo, let's do a headshot lobby. He's like, I'll go first, and then he did all like
out, right?
He did all like 500 kills to get like the red tiger camo shit.
Yeah.
Bro, 500 headshots, and then just left the server.
I remember this.
Just left and goes.
Who was that? Who did that?
I don't remember who did it,
because I know
but I remember
happened.
the kid having a breakdown because his KDA went down by like 0.3 because he just got 0-500.
Yeah.
I never boosted on that game. I was influenced by this dude.
I never boosted either.
His name was Sandy Ravage. He used to go around like finding all the boosters and just eliminating them. He made compilations.
Yeah, YouTuber, absolutely. I remember El Presador. You remember that guy?
I don't remember.
Big fat guy from Cleveland. Not fat, just older guy from Cleveland, Ohio.
Only dude I know from Cleveland, Ohio is this dude Cushy Kente.
Is he dead or alive?
He's alive.
Okay.
Live
Cushy Kente?
Yeah, he's live from the trap.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can't say yeah.
From West Babel.
I know some heads in West Bath.
Ay ay ay.
I just get volts.
Was that Yiddish?
That could have been.
Look at that. It sounds like Yiddish. All right, you ready for this?
What? You want to hit the list,
Let's
Travis?
hit the list.
You gotta.
We got a
use your
friend on
phone,
here,
though.
so this is fun.
Yeah, this is fun.
Ooh,
so we got a list of topics.
Sonia says she can help me with my German. I got 3 matches during this podcast.
Nice.
Continue.
We got a list and see when we hit lulls in the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We ask you to pick a number. Travis, what number is the list at? So the list is just Travis's ideas. Like, I do comedy, so I got stuff to bring to the table. Travis, though, he doesn't do comedy, so he's not writing crazy stuff down.
We have 386 numbers.
So now Travis is
386 numbers. Let me go for 238.
Okay.
Stop texting the shorty.
How
right
the
now.
fuck did you see what I was doing on the mirror?
No, right? I'm just looking at you from this angle.
238.
You were very clearly not. You were typing something in, not scrolling to 240. Whatever.
Aw, man.
238.
It's not really that funny of a one.
What is 238?
All right,
So-
fuck.
so-
No, read it.
I'll read it.
Let me read it.
No, but there's no. You don't know the context.
I'm reading it without type your code in.
So the context is
Don't give us context before we read it. Let's see what you
Zero
wrote.
context.
238.
When I somehow got an LOL maybe from Davey Havoc when I asked him if Brownie Bottom Sunday was about lactose intolerance.
Yeah, early days of MySpace. I
So you made it.
left a comment on
you
the
asked
singer
the dude
of
from
AFI.
AFI a weird question, and he
if it-
said, "LOL, maybe."
Yeah. I asked him if a song was about.
Okay, let's run
lactose
another
intolerance.
number.
All right, give me another.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Look at that. So you should listen to the song Brownie Bottom Sunday. See if it's about poop.
It has to be about.
It might be.
Has to be about
With that
shit.
title. Give me another number.
You gotta be shitting
Let me get so if it's at 300, let me get a 156.
All right, 156.
I wish it was 631 though. 516. 718.
What is this one, Travis?
347.
I feel like we need car-friendly microwaves and car-friendly cigarette lighters. I'm sorry, tea kettles. That's not a funny one either.
Wait, they make car-friendly tea kettles.
I know. This was a while ago. I'll go to the one right after it.
You didn't look it up on Amazon
No.
before you
Yeah,
wrote that one down.
I don't got Amazon money. I got Temu money. We'll go
Temu.
right
They definitely
after
have
this.
that on Temu.
Bro, my old uncle, bro, he actually just sent me a link the other day to sign up to Temu so he could get 5 free gifts. No bullshit.
What is he gonna
Dude.
buy? Massage guns? All right, 150.
He's gonna buy rose vibrators.
The one right after it, I like this one better because I know this is relatable and this is definitely accurate. Lil Boo Thang at the deli. We all got one.
Little boo thing at
Little
the
boo
deli.
thing. I know. I have a little boo thing
At the deli,
that
right?
lives by the deli.
Okay, close enough.
Shouts out Freeport.
Of course.
Shouts out Freeport.
Who's your Lil Boo Thang?
Oh, there's just 2 Asian ladies that work at the
Ooh,
deli.
you got 2?
No, they work
Damn.
the deli counter at on 53rd Street. The
Okay.
deli I go to.
Okay.
I think I might have saw Sydney Sweeney in there the other day, last week. She was looking mad busted though. She had her agent with her, her secretary with her. though.
Okay.
She
So
looked like
she might frequent that deli.
She looked like she had a rough night.
I met World of T-shirts one time.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I was coming back from Harlem. Actually, I was doing construction.
Was he hammered? Was he just roaming the street?
No, this is actually pre-alcoholic journey. This was probably one of his first couple weeks drinking.
Yeah.
So I was doing construction in Harlem on an all-girls private school. I'm coming back. I'm in Grand Central. I just see this dude bopping about, just walking about. I'm like, yo, is that Josh? Yo, Josh, let me get a picture with you. He's like, okay. And I was like, yo, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing over here? My bad. My fucking eye keeps tearing up. He was like, I'm going drinking. I'm going to Greenwich
Hell yeah.
Village to drink.
He rocks. Did he offer you his tour?
He did. However, I was all dusty and dirty, so I was like, bro, I gotta go home and take a
Dude, do you know what his tour's about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he just
legend.
goes around and
Drinking,
Yo,
right?
Yeah.
so he asks everyone to give $20 or some shit, and then he uses that $20
To buy the drinks,
to
right?
buy the drinks for people at the bar.
Yeah.
But the problem is he just takes them to the
normal bars?
just normal shitty dive bars.
takes him to the brew house.
Pretty much, but he'll go from one bar to the next, and he won't really explain what he's doing or how it's a tour. and people will slowly
buy him drinks.
Yeah, eventually it'll
slowly leave.
It will slowly just be like two people hanging out with him all night. Just following him around, going to every bar with him.
Honestly,
no, that kind of rocks, actually.
I'd pay for it.
I'd hang with it. I'd do the gauntlet.
Donation.
I'd buy him a drink.
You do the gauntlet?
I'd buy him drinks all night. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. One time, actually.
I have a bunch of friends that are alcoholics. What makes me think I'm above buying an alcoholic a drink?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, you gotta start sometime. Gotta start again sometime. One time, actually, I almost I got a tour around the Brew House by Matt Filson.
Wow.
But, I properly declined.
I was very upset when the Brew House closed when the guy got his head ran over behind that place.
That was a throw. But
That could have been what changed Lindenhurst, but no, it just reinforced it.
The Brew House was a spot where if you wanted to try heroin and drink a $2 Bud Light for the first time, like you would go there and just hang out by the pool table, and then it would just come.
Happen.
The fuck. The dude that would always hang out by the crackhead dude that would hang out at the pool table and just try to play people in games of pool.
I don't know. I've only been in there one time, actually. You know who bought me in there? DJ Chavis.
Wow, the Texan.
On New Year's, actually. It was on New Year's in like 20... Shit, I want to say that shit was probably like 2019, 2020.
Damn. Okay, yeah.
Pre-COVID, of course.
I've been there quite a lot. I was a
sketchy Don.
Let's just say I've frequented the Brew House.
A sketchy Don. He was hanging with Matt Filson. Bickers.
Oh, the sketch.
Whoa!
Justin DeFrancisco.
Damn it! I fucking try to forget about these things.
Dude, it's always the sketch. The most random shothead I saw at Brew House ever was Justin Whittick.
Justin.
Remember that fat shothead?
I do remember him. Is he alive?
I don't know. This was 2016, so that was like a decade ago. But
that's a throwback.
I was at the Brew House a lot.
A lot of dead people.
What other? Probably a lot of dead people. There was a guy who would always fall asleep at the bar at the Brew House, and his family would come in like looking for him.
Oh
yeah.
No.
There used to be the dude that would hang out outside in woman's pants, like the really tight. You'd catch him walk around.
I brought him up before.
Really?
The gay cowboy dude. He would wear like tight pants and like cowboy boots.
He's stuck in the
and he'd ride a bicycle around town. He lived behind Wallbounce.
Oh, that guy.
Yes.
Fuck, never mind. I'm talking about the guy that lives on.
He would always hang out at the Village pub though. That was his.
Yeah, I thought that was a gay bar actually.
That is
right.
No fucking way.
Yeah, Village pub's a gay bar.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. This whole time?
It used to be a
That's why
biker
the guy
bar.
who jerked off on the train, I met him in front of there afterwards. So the guy who jerked off at me on the train, the story about him, he, jerked it.
It's a weird, like, old school gay dive bar. Where they just, like, go
that's
and, like,
why I
suck
saw
each
him
other
there
off.
at 7 o'clock in the morning.
That's why it's the only place that has, like, bands playing at, like, fucking...
Whoa.
This man was
2 a.m.
jerking off. Speaking of jerking off, actually, one time me and Justin Poom, we defused a public gooner.
Wait, what?
Battery Park. Bro.
Wait, a guy was just jerking off in Battery Park?
Just gooning.
And you stopped him?
Yeah, we were.
How'd you stop him?
Because we were just.
Was he homeless?
Nah, he was a poppy, so I don't know what the fuck.
Oh, he was just hammered?
Yeah, he was just hammered. Me and my man's.
That's crazy.
Me and Poom, I was visiting him at NYU actually, so we wound up by Battery Park somehow.
Yeah.
Where it was just some random ass.
Yeah, you were
park,
just
actually.
down there.
And we're smoking, and these two girls just come up to us. They're like, "Yo, can we sit with you?" Where we were sitting, this dude just whipped it out and started blasting it. I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck?" So like we're smoking. I look up and dude just like stroking his shit. I'm like, "Yo, you dead ass right now?" Like you're just stroking his shit middle of park. Like, but there was probably like 5 people there, like us and like the 2 girls and like I think we were with someone else. But we just walked over to him, but he seen us come. He put his dick back. He's like, "Oh, papi, I want no problem. I want no problem." We're like, "Yo, get the fuck out of here, you fucking retard!" And like we like spit on him and shit. This man hustled out of there.
I'm sure.
People jerking in public so fucking frequently.
Bro.
It's really
That's crazy.
I don't know how you get to that level of life. Though.
I respect it though because it's like you gotta get your nut off.
They really have no life.
They need to be like sleep. They need to be doing it on the subway. They need to be doing it in their home turf.
They should make like a
Somewhere
dedicated.
where somebody
if I'm out in nature in New York City in the fresh air, I don't want to see a homeless man jerking off.
Yeah,
that's below ground activities.
Would you spill your seed in Central Park?
What?
Nothing.
Central Park, yes. If he's in one of those little cutouts with the
exactly.
That's acceptable homeless man jerk off location.
I think
we might have to save these on Google Maps.
Tompkins Square Park's fair game all everywhere.
Yeah, good point.
I think the park down the block from Canal Street as well. No, St. Mark's Place. St. Mark's.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Tompkins. That's Tompkins.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a totally fair jerk off park.
That's just homeless. That's homeless person's home.
Yeah, you're the asshole if you get mad at them for jerking off there. You're the asshole.
Who am I to use the bathroom? Someone's trying to shoot heroin.
Yes,
there.
I think they should make like sanctuary outposts for the homeless to just slap their shit out.
They do.
know?
I like how it's in a rich neighborhood now too.
Of
so
course,
there's just
it's
rich people
hilarious.
running around, and then there's just some like punk junkie just nodding out on the grass.
Yeah, they have a whole section next to the the little garbage can that is for needles only.
Yeah.
They literally dedicated a little section of the park to them. I swear to God.
You know, it's crazy like that, bro. Like, bro, you know what's crazy? If they really built like a sanctuary spot for the homeless to jerk off, I feel like the violence would just go down.
Of course, the aggression.
Think about how much
levels
shit you want to do after you nut that post-nut clarity, bro. You don't want to do anything. About 20 minutes ago.
Dude, I feel like homeless people would find a way to make gooning violent.
Yeah.
Like there'd be like goon wars, like gangs align and be like,
get off my territory.
listen, we jerk off to BBW shit around here.
Yeah.
I had the 845.
Get that no POVs. We don't fuck with that.
They have their own little different sections.
How would they, make it like? How would you distinguish? Who's the gang leader though? Would you distinguish?
Who's the master gooner?
Band.
Whose eyes are the most sunken into the back of their head?
Would you go off of like girthness, length?
No, I think it would be amount of reps. I think it'd be amount of reps. Like any good captain, he should be leading by example. He should be gooning harder than the rest of them.
Is too fast of a goon a good thing? But you also people speed run video games. What if you speed run jerking off?
The yankers.
He's banging.
Yeah,
I mean,
yankers.
I'm sure it's a mix. You gotta have both techniques,
Yeah, definitely. It's all in the wrist.
I would assume the guy who burns through the most tissues at the end of the month is deemed like champion. They're like, listen, he burned through 3 rolls of paper towels and 2 boxes of tissues. He put in his work.
So
even if he didn't put in his work, a lot of volume.
And you know what, bro? They'd be not stressed out. That post-nut clarity. 15 minutes ago, you had thoughts about fucking just punching this random Asian girl off the train, off the L train. You're thinking about beating the shit out of her.
Yeah.
However, you go slap your shit out. They'll have, instead of how for junkies they have the needles and needle dispensers. You just have a box of tissues. You have some porno mags, maybe some loan on Pornhub playing on a TV.
A mirror.
What I'm saying? Yeah, a little mirror if you want to get freaky with it. But after you jerk off, the thought about you fucking dusting that Asian girl coming off the L train, bro, it's
gonna boost the economy.
That thought just fucking faded away. Next thing you know, you're like, nah, it's not worth it no more.
Correct. Go get coffee.
I think Mayor Eric Adams needs to hear this and try to implement that.
Correct. We need to make yanking legal.
I need my residuals off the gooning.
Yo, Eric Adams, what's that quote? He says, all my haters become my waiters when I sit down at the table of success.
Yeah.
And he just has these fat black ladies behind him going,
all my haters become my masturbators.
No, he was talking about getting heckled. He's like, I've been heckled all my life. All my life I've been heckled. I've been heckled at the school. When I was a police officer, when I was in the he just goes, he gives like a whole
resume flex.
Dude, I love how big of a fraud Eric Adams is. Because he's just a slime ball and he's very good at talking his way out of things.
He's overt about it too. He's overt, I feel like. You know what I mean?
I fucked with Cuomo though, because he really.
I have a shirt of his.
He really legalized marijuana and prostitution.
No, that's the New Jersey guy. Really,
they're persecuting me for being Italian.
Yeah, they persecuted me.
I think Phil Murphy really started that. That's his name, right?
Yeah, Governor Murphy.
Yeah, I think.
Remember the video? The video of the lady from Jersey screaming at Governor Murphy.
No, unfortunately.
He was sitting at like a dinner table.
Was she from Lindenhurst?
During COVID, and this lady's just filming, and he's sitting at dinner with his family. She's like, Governor Murphy, what are you doing?
From the Murphy. I don't really indulge in New Jersey culture, to be honest. The only New Jersey culture I know is The Sopranos.
What about Wawa?
I've never been to a Wawa in my life.
What about Dominicans in Paterson?
I don't need to see a Dominican in Paterson. I could go to Copeg and
Joe Papi.
I'm in little Dominican Republic over
You're
there.
right. Gracias a Dios.
It's also a little Warsaw over there too.
Tak farsava kurva.
Yeah, Paterson's where you end up with AK-47 bullet holes.
no,
in
I
the
think
car
Rich
door.
is from
Not Paterson.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Rich is from Paterson. Yeah.
The
Patterson's so hood. Don't come out here and be like, no, Patterson's a nice
bad Dominican.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's good. Like, I'm pretty sure Patterson's crime rate's like up there.
They're not Dominican doing the crimes. Tell you that much.
Yeah,
It's all
buddy.
drained Americans.
Who do you think would win in a fight, Paterson or Wyandanch?
Patterson.
Yeah.
Because Wyandanch is all American people who don't give a fuck about themselves.
Yeah.
Except for, no, Salvadoran people would hold it down.
You got to go to I was in Wyandanch 5 a.m. Bro, oh my God, what a spectacle. You see all the zombies outside the BP on the straight path, bro.
Oh.
On
I used to drive down that road every day for work.
Yeah, me too. I used to work in Manhattan Beer, bro, delivering beer with all the drivers.
I used to work on Wyandanch Avenue.
The Danch. They got
awful.
$1 million cribs in the Danch now.
Of course.
They have a rich-ass fucking golf course in the
Of course.
Danch, too.
Colonial
It's
Springs.
not. It's like technically Farmingdale though. It's like Pine Lawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Colonial Springs you're talking about?
Yeah, Colonial Springs. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
Mhm.
Colonial Springs.
Yep.
Yeah. That's fucking jokes. The Danch, bro. We need.
It's got a negative reputation, but it's way better than it used to be.
It's better than that.
No, go just. You still walk down the main road and like from like that one gas station by the Crown
BP.
Fried Chicken.
Yeah, BP.
Is that the BP?
Yeah.
Because there's also the BP up by the dump.
Nah, you got the BP.
'Cause it's
right on Straight Path. And
Yeah,
not
there's
Busy
multiple.
Bee.
There's multiple BPs on.
Nah,
Straight Path.
but you got the BP. Oh no, I know what you're talking about. It's like a sicko.
Shell?
Yeah, Shell could be.
Yeah. There's one for the BP's by the
Little
dump.
Snack Road?
Yes.
Yeah, no, there's one further down where
You're
like
absolutely
and
right.
That's the one where the real you see it's like territory.
Yeah.
Right across from the dry cleaners. That's turf. The Crown Fried Chicken's turf. The Chinese spot also. Cause I've gotten lunch in those spots before, and they're always like, "What the fuck's white boy getting food here?" Like,
Just tell them, yo soy boricua pa' que tú lo sepas. Yo vivo aquí más tiempo que
bro, they
usted."
just think I'm a cop half the time.
I mean, you got the stash, no beard.
Yeah, they walk in, they like just start. They just go to business mode. Like, oh, we gotta actually act like this is a real business right now.
One time I was in Brownsville. I want to say like 4:30 in the morning, bro.
There's a lot of crackheads out there, I know.
Yeah, I was with my
I'm
boy.
always there every fucking day.
My boy was over there. He was picking up lean. I was like, yeah, you better. I knew his ass was about to get like finessed or something. I was like, yo, let me just go. I don't know what possessed me to go with him. Maybe because he was like smoking me up and shit. I was like, all right, whatever.
Is this who I think it is?
Nah, this kid's from he's from like Oakdale, which is crazy.
Hanging out in Brownsville at 4:30
Yeah, they
a.m.
thought I was a cop. There was some fiends on the block.
They were shook.
Yeah, yo, they ran away like some roaches, bro.
Meanwhile, I got called homeless in Brownsville 2 weeks ago.
Well, yeah.
Really?
Crazy.
I feel like you're richer than the average homeless, bro. You got the Eliase on, bro. I don't think a homeless man has the
correct. They
Eliase
They
on.
trade this shit for crack, retards.
Yeah.
Correct. No,
Travis just got homeless energy though.
I do.
He
because
looks too
listen
comfortable to
this.
be like hanging out on the street.
Yeah.
Correct. Listen to this. So is Brownsville probably like 2:30 in the morning 2 weeks ago, and I found a shelf on the street and I brought it back to my car, and this guy walks up to me and he's like, "What are you doing with the shelf?" I was like, "I just found this shelf." I was like, "It's perfect size." He's like, "You're homeless, aren't you?" And this is another homeless guy, by the way. And I'm like, "Yeah, how can you tell?" He's like, "I could just tell you got the vibe." I swear to God, this is real shit.
Vibe.
Swear to
homeless
God.
vibe
Swear
check.
to God.
Homeless
Swear to God.
vibes over
Swear to
here.
God.
Pass the homeless vibe check.
Yeah, I was like, I guess that's a compliment. Thank you. And he's like, "You got a little piece of metal?" I was like, "No, why?" He's like, "Because I'm trying to scrape this out the pipe." He's like, "Never do this. Never do this." I was like,
just
"No."
a crackhead.
Yeah, and I literally insulting him. I'm literally like, "No, I would never do that shit. I'm not retarded. I'm an adult. Why the fuck would I smoke crack?" Like literally saying this to him, so he maybe thinks for a sec. He's like,
No,
"Nah, man, you're right. You're right. You're right."
I don't think that's turning him, Travis. I hate the break.
No, I know, it's
feel
not,
Like, I feel like
unfortunately.
crack's too good of a drug to really sway.
And then I showed him my bank account.
Yeah,
on
crack's
purpose.
probably pretty fucking sweet.
Nah, fuck that shit.
It's
It's just smoking cocaine.
Tried
Yeah.
it one time. Nah,
Wait, you tried crack before?
No, I said maybe try for the one time.
Yeah.
Closest I've came was probably smoking like a little bit of coke on a blunt, but that was probably back.
You smoke a woo banger.
placebo?
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean it definitely does something.
It wasn't even much though. It was like I was scared to do it, but
yeah,
I was just
it's
like,
a waste of cocaine. If we're being honest.
Yeah, I would
If
assume
we're being
so.
honest,
I'm not really a coke fan. Though,
neither
to
am
be
I.
honest.
I take it when it's offered to me though. I feel like
Yeah,
it'd be
of course.
disrespectful
Of
to say
course,
no.
bro.
You know.
I feel like the best drug has to be like ketamine though. Ketamine is that's
I've never
my
done that.
ketamine is top 5. I got stuck in a K-hole at a rave in Massapequa.
You see, that
actually.
scares me. I wouldn't want to do that.
You know, I was so locked in, and it only went by for like, I swear, it felt like an hour or so, but it was in reality only like 15 minutes, bro. That shit was great. Yo, this DJ went on from fucking 11 p.m. to fucking 7:30 in the morning, bro. That was some crazy.
Sounds accurate.
Massapequa, Queens. It gets
Yeah,
popping
industrial
over there.
area,
I
of
love
course.
going
Yeah.
over there. Massapequa, they got shit popping. They got a boiler room over there.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm going to boiler room this year. I went last year. That shit's mad fun. You got all these people.
They're famous.
You got all these people boycotting it now, though.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Shout out my girl.
I think they're donating.
You know who
to
I'm
like,
talking about?
Wait, why are they beefing with the boiler room?
I have no idea. Probably just because other people are.
So they're supposedly they're donating to like Israel, like they're.
Oh, they said
Oh,
the
just
N-
like J.P. Morgan Chase?
So they said the N-word on a podcast too.
Yeah,
What,
Kramer.
Netanyahu?
Kramer.
Yeah.
Netanyahu?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the real N-word.
Yo, that definitely is the real N word for sure. But yeah, bro, that's fucking nuts, bro.
Yo, Travis, pick a number.
Pick a
Yeah,
number.
you pick a number,
Me pick a number.
and then let's ride out on this. I won't.
Wait, we're already almost done?
We're at an hour 20.
Ah, fuck. This is what
And,
happens when we already have people we know. It's just chilling.
And yeah, I gotta get food because I didn't.
Okay,
eat
okay,
dinner.
okay, okay.
I'm gonna order a bunch of Taco Bell and eat like a king.
Okay.
I gotta be in the Bronx at fucking 9 a.m. tomorrow.
That's so
That's gonna
gross.
suck dick. Riverdale, fucking
Riverdale.
deepest at like
Speaking
no
of the
fucking
Bronx,
subway near.
Oh God,
I'm gonna-
Wakefield,
I'm gonna go fucking postal,
245th
bro.
Street. You want to hear something fucking? All right, we'll leave off on the Bronx because this is about a Bronx girl. Read this. Which one of you want to read this one out?
I'll read it.
Okay, 381. This is about a Bronx girl. This is real shit.
Agoraphobia is false, made-up American disease, and some girl got so mad at me for expressing this, and then she told me she was a socialist because I jokingly asked her if she voted for Trump because of her hypochondria, and she told me her socialism and agoraphobia don't mix, and she told me to fuck you. She might blackmail from text from 10 years ago.
Yep. I told some. All right. So this girl.
What's agoraphobia again? That's
when
like
you're too afraid to go outside.
That's
Yeah,
what they
that's
caught during COVID.
Yeah, that's a thing. So it's not made.
That's-
It's
To
not.
me, it's an
not-
American
made
retard disease.
It's not an American retard disease.
Nah,
It's just.
that's made up. Bro.
That's what I'm
I mean,
saying.
How you shook of air, bro.
It's
Yeah.
just crazy people. It is that, but
Bro.
it's just putting a term to crazy
Bro,
people.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's not made up though.
Like, yeah, it is.
Like I don't know. You could say that about anything then.
I
Like
don't know.
any.
How are
mental
they still
disorder.
alive?
What?
How would they still be alive?
What? That they don't go outside because people help them and get shit for
Fuck
them.
'em.
What do you mean?
Bro, show
They have family.
Show someone with
Fuck 'em.
agoraphobia. Show them Astoria, Queens, bro. Take 'em
Exactly.
out to Astoria, Queens.
Exactly.
They'll be
What do you mean?
outside.
There's a bunch of agoraphobic people that don't leave Queens. That are like afraid to leave Astoria.
They've never smoked hookah and drank some tequila.
Yeah,
at
with
3
some
in the morning.
65-year-old Lebanese men.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. What?
No, she was just being mad like hypochondriac, you know. So I was like, let me guess, you voted for Trump. And she goes, no, I'm socialist. And I said, socialism and agoraphobia don't mix. Pun, get it? Social. I thought it was funny. She told me, fuck you, never text me again. Literally, don't text me. And I'm like, fuck. Because she definitely has some crazy screenshots from like 10 years ago of
Why?
Snapchat conversations.
Who cares?
100%.
Who cares?
I don't-
What is she gonna get
From
from
10 years
blackmailing
ago.
you?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
She's gonna be
Nothing.
like, she's gonna get a cut of your food stamps.
Hell no. She's not getting
Get
shit.
that wick. Let me get that wick.
Yeah, she's like,
Nah.
let me get your peanut butter stamp
No.
to get your Jiffy peanut butter.
Hell no. I don't even
Government
get peanut
cheese.
butter. Fuck that. No way. She's not getting shit. But yeah, that's oh, speaking of that, I got interviewed in London like 10 times because all you do is you see a camera and you ask them can I get an interview?
What'd you get interviewed for?
Multiple things. A bunch of radio stations, a news company, and a documentary, a YouTuber.
Did you shout out the podcast at all?
I tried to, but it wasn't very long. There was one that I did where they asked me my thoughts on ADHD. So you can already fucking take a guess how that went.
How much time did you give them?
I gave them like 3 minutes.
Nice.
They'll probably use about 14 seconds.
I believe it.
And I told them the same thing. I was like, it's an American retard disease. Like, literally, it's what I'm telling them. So that's what I was telling them. And I was like, at the end, I was like, I'm sorry if I was too negative and cynical. And they were like, no, that was actually exactly what we were looking for. And I was like, yes. It was
big
great.
Up, big up.
People get pissed, though.
Now, what are the other interviews about?
Liberty Radio was one where they were trying to hate on social media.
Okay.
And they were like, just because you have 1,000 friends doesn't mean you're friends with them. So I was like, okay, well, listen to this. If you don't like somebody, you can literally make friends with someone else anywhere you want in the planet. Sure, it may seem superficial at first, but you don't got to put up with garbage. In real life, you would have to put up with garbage. If you come from a town of 500 people, why the fuck would you want to put up with the other 499 when you have 4,099 people waiting for you to be friends on the internet?
No, that's the fucking bottom line.
That's what I'm saying. And they didn't like my answer because they were like, no, social media is bad. Social media is bad. You don't get quality friendships from it. Like,
I love social media. Sometimes,
Same.
bro, it's just like,
where else do you find beautiful Serbian women?
where else can you find the local girl from your high school? You know what I mean? From back in the day, you find pictures of her butthole online. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Social media, promoting that shit on Twitter and shit by the OnlyFans.
Speaking of that, I followed a girl she graduated you. I used to have a crush on her younger days, probably a few years ago, and I saw her working at a bank a few years ago, and I remember her, and she has not accepted my follow request.
Does she have a link in bio?
That's good.
No, she doesn't have a link in bio, thank God. Linktree.
If you don't got a link in bio, what are you doing, bro? In the big 2.5?
Travis, you see Tony B. Do you know who Tony B. Island Wide Realty is?
Of course.
Instagram.
I think Travis showed me.
He's like the stupid like Guido guy from Staten Island, and he like sells real estate. And he's like Tony B.
Very desirable property. You definitely know.
Do you see the thing he posted where he's like, "Give me a call, no questions asked. I won't ask anything about it." You know, you're trying to sell a property. I'll sell a property real quick.
Yeah. He's smart.
I feel like that's immaculate marketing right there.
Yeah, he's literally I'll launder money for you guys. Like that was his ad.
Yeah, it's smart.
Kind of rocks.
Bro, it's a rough economy, so if you got to do something like that, you got to
remember the one where we found where he was offering to buy houses for
for
illegals?
undocumented immigrants. Of course, absolutely.
Listen, if you're undocumented, you got at home that you try to
leave
sell
quick. Yeah. Give it to me.
I love it though.
There's mad business tactics like that. I was watching a documentary on like business schemes throughout different countries, like through Luxembourg, Switzerland, Russia, Germany, and like Netherlands. How you could have literally like 5 different people run it and stuff like that, and you could use fake passports and all that shit. We could do it.
What the fuck did you just say? We could fake our identities and get fake passports?
I said we could. I said we could.
Plausible.
We could do that.
We could.
No, we could.
We could.
What would your Russian name potentially be?
That's a very good question. Vasily Petronov. Vasily Petronov.
Okay.
I would just change mine from Joseph to Joseph.
Oh yeah, wait a second. You don't have to change your name at all. You fucking
Joseph.
Is Taurus
basically.
Taurus is like supposedly there's more to it, but we're Italian, Irish, and Lithuanian. So
okay.
Oh, it's definitely Lithuanian then.
Yeah.
Has to be.
There you go.
Lithuanian. Yeah.
Okay, so then you'd blend right in. I'd have to change my whole name. I'd have to figure something
out. You'd be
Jan
instead of Sean, right?
Jan sucks.
Yeah,
Ivan. I'm sorry.
Jan is
Ivan.
Peter Jan.
Oh, I'm Jan. No,
and then just translate snow to Russian.
I want to be like Guy or something like weird.
Vasily. That's Vasily. That's why I said that. That means guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, Vasily's
Neverov.
I'd be like Dimitri or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dimitri.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
You could shoot up crocodile in between your toes up.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, but it's all right because you're laundering money. So nobody knows. They just think you're a lame drug addict, but in reality, you got money in 6 banks.
I can drive a Skoda.
Yeah, you can. That's not a bad idea.
Just said, what's his name? Shawnee B.
Yeah. I mean, we could go to Valor Consulting, you know. Shout out Valor Consulting.
Shawnee B, when he got to L.A.
Yeah,
that was one of my favorite story arcs. Was him watching it over the course of like 4 weeks of him being like, "Yo, I'm in L.A. I'm in rehab. I'm clean, living good." And then a week later, he's taking pictures with gang members in Compton.
Yeah.
And then another week later, he's like taking pictures like doing heroin. Yeah. And you're like, oh, okay, this is great. And then he changed his name to Shawnee Shotguns.
Shawnee Shotguns.
He just posted his profile picture was like him holding a sawed-off shotgun.
Damn it. Is Mickey still alive? Do you know?
Yeah, Mickey Slavaje. Oh, my bad. Yeah.
I don't know if he's still alive. Last I heard, he was like running drugs across the border for the gang that rivals MS-13. So
what a smart man.
Yeah, Shawnee B.
La M.A.? Yeah, he was running with La M.A.?
Yo, he has
the Mexican cartels?
He has a giant 18 tatted on his stomach, bro, for like 18th Street or something.
Oh, I understand. I know what that is.
I love that. I love that he just dipped out of rehab and went straight to South Central, and he's like, bro, I'm living my dream.
Yeah.
Some people are living their dream. They go to L.A. to be in movies.
Right.
He's living his dream by joining a gang.
What if that whole interaction with Seth Rogen actually changed him?
Yeah. Seth Rogen put him on.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I gotta follow my dreams. I met Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen's
he's like, hey, what you doing? So you want to be in a gang?
Yeah, I got you.
You should follow, dude. You should follow your dreams.
I think Seth Rogen might be a
Mossad plug.
Yeah, he might be an Israeli sleeper cell that's trying to destroy the youth.
Yeah, they told me not to make Superbad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like they're telling you not to join that street gang.
What's your name? I like you, kid.
Mickey.
Yeah.
He
Exactly.
changed his name on the spot.
That's where he got it
was
from.
Mickey EBK.
Correct. Yep.
One time,
East Bay Killers, right?
Funny part about Mickey EBK, I was playing handball behind my high school one time in like 2013, 2012. And me and my boy, we actually went to Wallbaum's, and we seen him just laid out in the vestibule. He sees us walking past. He gets up. He's like, yo, you guys want to buy some flying saucers? And I was like, flying saucers? What the fuck's a flying saucer? And this guy just backed out like 20 green pills that were just like fucking green. Like,
discs.
Discs, bro. I was like, yo, Shawnee EBK, Mickey EBK, what you doing over here? Laid out in the fucking Lindenhurst Wallbaum's vestibule, bro.
Fuck.
Maybe he got his hair cut in there.
Yo,
another
heroin addict. Do you know who became a dope head from our grade?
Please tell.
Phil Mattson?
No, Santiago.
Santi.
I didn't know that.
He looks like
I'm friends with him on Facebook.
He looks like the illegals that they complain about.
I remember I was over at one of my man's house because my man's actually let him live with him. And they were living together. I remember one time I was there, and we were just smoking, and he wanted to hit our blunt, and my boy was like, bro, you have to take a shower first. You haven't showered in like 4 days. Dude was just chilling, never taking a shower. He was a real life like Spanish Ryan Dunn, bro. Like, dude, this man would never shower, just smell like shit.
You just reminded me of two people.
This is probably like a decade ago.
Rob Chamberlain.
He hits up my boy on like Instagram, and he goes, yo. And that's all my friend goes, why the fuck is Santi messaging like this? Why is it dope
for money?
And he goes, no, it gets even better. He goes, and my friend goes, yo, and he goes, yo, you want to make money? And my friend goes, yeah, I want to make money. How? And he goes, sell coke. And my friend goes, okay, let's do it. He goes, you got a plug?
You got a plug. That's the smartest way to get
like he forgot.
That's funny.
My friend's like, no, you told me to start the business.
That's funny.
I respect it. He had to hightail it right onto the business idea.
Yeah. I like how he was just nodding out on heroin, being like, you know, I got to hit him, my friend that I haven't seen in 10 years about starting a coke selling business.
Fuck. What a fucking demon.
We have a lot of dead people.
He's a Lindy legend. He's not dead, though.
No, he's still, like, you could just see him hanging out at the high school, like, riding a mountain bike.
Right. Yeah.
He's going to be around. I feel like he's one of those dope heads that's like, he can hang out there for another decade or so.
Yeah, I could
really
see him.
Bear the elements.
Yeah.
Trick you into thinking he's doing better every 6 years.
No, not even.
I'm on Suboxone, bro.
No, not even. You just know he's gonna grind it out in the winter. He knows how to build the tent or something.
Smart man.
He knows how to steal a tent from Dick's.
Yeah, exactly. Wait a second. What am I saying? I go smart man. I'm like, no, he's not.
If he was a smart man, he'd be hanging out at the smoke shop in town.
Oh man.
Yo, stealing from the smoke shop.
I used to steal the 25-cent like Kool-Aid jam.
Yo, I watch kids actively walk behind the counter and just steal cigarettes like back
Matt
in the day.
Christensen.
Dude, because they would just have those fried old people work, and
they'd be nodded off.
They'd be like nodding off, and they'd be like, "Oh, I gotta go get something," and they walk in the back and then like stand there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
and kids would just walk in and steal cigarettes and walk away.
Holy fuck!
So funny.
I used to watch people steal from Wallbounds nonstop out the entrance.
I used to do that. I was a master.
Oh, Wallbounds, you could just walk out the front.
Yeah.
To be fair, you can do that at any grocery store.
Yeah. It's just crazy to see people do is what I'm saying.
I remember my most legendary heist. My boy was actually throwing a party, and he asked me, he's like, yo, can you get the supplies? I was like, yeah, I got you, bro, because he knew that, you know what I mean, we'd play handball. We'd go, like, steal from there once in a while. So me and my boy walked in with a backpack, bro, and we took, I want to say, like, we took 6 packs of the 3-pack man cans, bro. We took that, walked right behind Wallbounds, dumped it out, walked right back in, stole 6 more and 2 12-packs and some pretzels. Walked right out, bro. No one stopped us. No one said a thing, bro. We walked with so much.
Paid minimum wage.
Yeah, bro. We went over the Copeg and had a blast.
When you could have just gone to fucking what was that place?
Flame.
No, Flame, but Speedy Mart.
Speedy Mart, R.I.P. I used to buy Dutches there. That was
bro.
I
used to eat there
one time, me and my friends got pulled over leaving Speedy Mart, and we had a bunch of beer and stuff, and bought like Dutches. I bought a pack of cigarettes. And cops pull us over, and they're like, "What'd you guys buy?" And they're like, "What? We just got beer." And so like, and we're like, "We're not 21. Like, is that a problem or whatever?" And they're like,
"It was like 18 bag, right?"
And they're like, "No, we don't give a fuck. You guys don't got coke?" They're like, "No." They're like, "Oh, that's a drug spot." Like, and we're like, "Oh, they don't ID us for beer."
I never believe that, and I will never believe that. I think that's all hearsay. I used to be there almost every single day.
No, it was very clear. Every time I went in there again, I was like, "Oh, this is very clearly a drug spot."
No,
my boy
Speedy Mart was never that.
The guy asked me if I was cool one time when I was paying. That's very much.
My boy, you cool, my
you
friend.
cool. That's code for do you want to buy cocaine?
I knew the owner very well. I'm telling you.
There were some sketchy people, though.
He just was very nice, and he would let sketchy people go in there. That is correct.
They were selling coke.
That is correct. The people that were shopping there.
Yeah,
correct.
Oh, hell yeah.
That is correct.
My boy actually knocked
But them and they had nothing to do with it. They were just too nice.
Knocked the poppy out outside of Speedy Mart.
Yeah, I believe it. They would allow alcoholics to come in, and they would allow coke addicts to come in. That was the big problem.
And just hang out in there?
That was the problem, yeah.
I was more of a Flame enthusiast. The
Bluff of my lifetime I did at Flame. So I was 18.
What? The Bluff?
Yeah, no, 18. I had no fake ID.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to buy beer.
Yeah.
I go to Flame. I got told Flame was the spot I could buy beer. I have no fake ID. So I bring the beer up to the counter.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy goes, "Yo, you got an ID?" And I was like, "Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Left it in my car." I go start walking to my wallet, walking to the door, and he's like, "Hold up, my friend, my brother." And he's just like, and then he's like, "No, you could pay." I was like,
wow.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Respect it, bro.
You felt 21 in that moment, right?
I was like, fuck yeah.
I used to buy 40s out of there at the Wazoo, the old English ones.
Nah,
not the old English. They had some other shit. It was like the other brand, not old English. It was
Colt 45?
Colt 45s.
Yeah.
I used to drink a lot of 40s from there, bro.
Oh, of course. I'm a 40 connoisseur.
Yeah, 45 was fire. One time I drank I drank a Colt. And I had a 6-pack of Platinums, bro, the Bud Light Platinums.
Yeah.
I threw up in the cut at Allegheny, just wailed it over there. I was hanging out with Abercrombie and Fitch, and we were just drinking, and I just threw up everywhere.
Nasty.
I was like 17.
I've only thrown up from alcohol once.
I actually threw up so much from alcohol. I got kicked out of I got kicked out of like a little rave in Massapequa, probably like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
I've thrown up on alcohol too many times to count.
Yeah,
more times. Yeah.
My way of getting through it was blasting music through my phone speaker.
Let's end this podcast.
Talia
so I can get dinner.
I've gotten 5
All
girls.
right, Travis, is that what you're plugging? You're plugging your hinge?
No, I'm plugging infrared.fm, bruv.
Okay.
Massive.
You don't do anything, so
Oh,
you're a
and
regular
Giuseppe
person. Do you
DiCecco.
have anything you want to plug? Do you have anything you want to give a shout out before we end this?
I do.
Shout out my mom.
Yeah, shout out her banana bread. It was very good.
Fuck yeah, hell
Good
yeah.
dog.
And shouts out all my
Eugene.
Salvadorians up in Freeport. You know?
West Prairie, too.
Shouts out Dee Dee, you know what I mean, Diana. You know?
Oh, shout out Diana.
Yeah, shout out Diana. you
Now
feel
I'll
me?
send it to her.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right.
Shouts out all my Guyanese too in Richmond Hill.
That's beautiful.
South
That's
Richmond,
beautiful.
baby.
All right.
I do have one thing to shout out.
All right. Shout it out then.
Bravely enough. Giuseppe De Chico. Look it up on YouTube. We did a couple documentaries about prostitution. We did another one about Uber Eats, and we have another one coming with Satmar Judaism.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thanks.
I got a comedy show coming up April 25th at Squarehead Brewery.
Look
It's
at that.
a
Buy the
420
fucking
themed
tickets.
show. Yeah, buy some tickets. Kevin Lenahan's on it. Oh, no. Did our thing freeze again? No, it didn't freeze.
No, he's very nice.
Okay.
Shout out him. He's very nice. I do like
Ellison's
him.
on it.
Any
Mhm.
impractical
Eric's
jokers?
on it.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
people we know.
After all those sexual assault allegations, they're really scrambling.
Are you guys going to replace him? You should make your own version.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Impractical. I'm gonna be Joe.
Yes, good.
You can be Murr.
Okay.
I'll be Sal.
Yeah.
No, Sal's the angel.
Sal's,
he's
yeah,
allowed.
he's always good.
He's never getting canceled for anything.
Mm-mm.
All right.
It's 'cause he's
that was
Cuban.
Pot of Hot Coffee. Our
Live
podcast
from
could
Live,
be your
Laugh,
life.
Love.
Sorry for the lack of consistency on the episodes. I have a job.
I don't.